bricks and mini.
Oh my god, I'm back here. I'm so slow today. I'm so slow! Oh my god! Ah, ah. That's all. Hello. The music's still going a little bit, but that's okay. Just get my background music going again. Sometimes I have background music and sometimes I don't. There's a lot of stuff in the news, it's all pretty negative. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What a sick fucking soundtrack. I still remember when DSP called F-Zero, like, what, not a real racing game? Hello? Be for fucking real. Just say you have no taste and be done with it. I don't want to hear... I don't want to hear it. Alright, this is a slow, bumpy start, but that's okay. That's okay. This isn't a high-quality stream. Right? Right? We're just biggas here. We're just a couple of moon biggas getting together for a little yap sesh. Good morning, Benny Button. Um, dabbing, Defiant is dabbing on you? Why would he be dabbing on you? But like respectfully? Is my other chats not working? What's going on? I see a lot of Twitch. I see Kick. Ba-da-da-ba. DSP is not a real human opinion rejected. Yeah, there's definitely something. What? Activate. Activate. Can I see some YouTube chats? Oh, that would be good. Good morning. Good morning.
Money! Yeah, baby,
you need to move a little faster. Speed is life. Ah, it's true. I was like in my head the whole time. I'm going so slow. I have no excuse. There is no excuse. I need to do better. Call me out on my shit. Call me out on my shit and give me $2 for fuck's sake, man. It's like throwing like dollars at me. Hey, smarten up. Speed up. Yeah. All right. Kick is broken. Kick is broken? What happened? What happened? I see Kick. Who else sucks? The policeman who cuffed and dismissed the stab wound is fake. Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk about the Nowak case. We talked about it briefly like a week or two ago when it was just like when it actually first happened and there was just news articles. But apparently, like, the police didn't want to let the cop cam go. No figure, because I saw the cop cam and it's infuriating. It's infuriating. He tells them even, I've been stabbed, and they're just like they just dismiss it. I'm pretty sure the guy says, sure, buddy. Like, what? What? And then the woman's just like, where? In the face? It's like, clearly his face isn't bleeding. Like, if he says he can't breathe... Dude, I've watched so many cop cams now. The police here are so much better than they are in the UK, first of all. Like, there was a big thing like a couple of years back where they really wanted to talk about police brutality, but I think cop cams really kind of put the kibosh on that. The most cops are really trying to do a good job out there. There's some shysters still, but not many of them. So many of them are patient. So many of them make sure to get aid for people. Even if they don't need it, they're calling an ambulance. Just better be safe than sorry. You know what I mean? This case is just disgusting. Like, just disgusting. Like, it's such a sad failure that when you see a citizen dying on the ground and the police are more interested in protecting the feelings of the perpetrator than actually addressing the problem. Like, just absolutely disgusting. Like, what a gross fucking country they've become to do stuff like that to their own people. Just sad. Just sad. Hi, Nainus. Hi, chat. Hi, guys. Yeah, sorry. The body cam is damning. And again, like, how much of a fight do you really think someone with stab wounds is putting up? He probably felt like a sack of bones. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I guarantee cuffing him, like, it must have been, like, you should have been able to tell something wasn't right. Like, you have, like a 20-year-old boy. He's, like, young. He's, like, in shape. And, like, he's, like, it's, like, easy as can be to cuff him because he's all wonky and woozy. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I just don't understand. And it's not like the UK people voted for these people to come into the country. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you can't... Everything... Like, I don't understand. If you're gonna let people with different colored skin into your country, like, not that there weren't already black people in the UK and, like, various races, but you know what I mean? Like, it's racist if you're gonna seclude a group of people and they're, like, innocent all the time. I don't understand how they think that they're being woke and non-racist by not allowing themselves to accept that they could be committers of crimes too. Like, everyone should be treated equally. Like, it's so fucking weird how they've gone to the extreme where, like, white people don't fucking matter and, like, everyone else is the victim by just default. Because how else do you get there? They default that white people bad to have this kind of shit happen. All of these cops are disgusting. You know, they suck. I don't know. He should never have been cuffed. He should have been checked out before cuffed, but, you know, whatever. I guess we'll watch that video now. I wanted to wait for this one because it makes me mad, but whatever. Remember, knives are dangerous and illegal. The UK government is coming after kitchen knives next. Aren't knives super illegal in the UK? I'm pretty sure, like, a certain length knife is. But their training may push them to prioritize minorities. Yeah. They don't know what crime is. So here's the police cam footage that was released. It's 1 minute and 12 seconds of it. In his final moments, Henry Nowak told police officers 9 times that I can't breathe and 4 times that he had been stabbed. In response, the police officers dragged him across the gravel, handcuffed, and read him his rights. That was the last thing Henry heard before he died. Didn't see kick.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Put the hand in the cuff, mate.
Yeah.
This is like
can't breathe.
times this has happened to us. We've been walking, we can't walk with it. Can we get multiple times we've had people racist
90 foot.
nothing happens.
Saying he's been stabbed. So
And again, too, you notice, too, when people call I can't breathe and they actually can breathe, they're usually screaming at the top of their lungs. He doesn't sound like he can breathe. Like, he has, like, a hitched breath there, too, and where he says it again. Like, these cops have, like, no situational awareness. It's actually fucking shocking and disgusting. I hope they're all let go. I mean, like, I feel like the authoritarianism comes out in me. Because, like, man, back in the day, these types of cops, I mean, you just would never see them again. For religious purposes. He can't breathe. This shit made me so fucking mad. It's just so disgusting. How do you get like this as a human? Like, I don't know. I really do think that, like, we do have some sort of sixth sense. Like, you get a feeling about people. Usually you can get a better read on a situation in times like this, whether if someone needs help or, like, something's a danger. Like, a lot of people tend to have, like, just an external sense of a situation. I can't believe at no point they could really pick up on the fact. None of the women here could do this. Like, not to put it on the women, but, like, immediately when I hear that hitched breath, like, that's not fake. Like, that's not fake. Like, my heart just breaks when I hear that. Like, my God. Like, these people suck. These people suck. The second he's having a hitched breath like that, saying he can't breathe and he's stabbed, why aren't you looking at his shirt? I can't believe no one's looked at his chest. No one's even made an effort to look at his chest. They're just rolling around and cuffing him. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? Like, these people should all be let go. These people suck. It would feel like a big weight on his lungs. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't the Sikh come out and say that it wasn't a religious knife to protect themselves? I mean, what I heard is that they didn't even cuff the suspect that stabbed him. They just brought him to police station, like, as is. They were, like, all worried about hurting his feelings. Meanwhile, this is the way they handled the person that was actually stabbed. Stabbed for no reason. He was, like, walking home from a bar. He was talking to his friends on Snapchat, and this fucking animal came out and stabbed him. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And again, too, like, everyone in the UK should be against that. If you were already in the UK and of, like, Indian or any descent that was, like, you know, the Asian countries where you have that slightly darker skin that looks like the rest of the immigrants, like, everyone should want this gone. I wouldn't want to be lumped in with these fucking animals. Are you kidding me? They're just running around stabbing people. Are you fucking nuts? Get them out of there. Can the UK get any more corrupt? For real. I just can't believe there's no, like, I know there was protests the other week. We, like, watched some of those on stream with Nick Shirley, but, like, I expect, like, more civil unrest. Like, I can't believe, like, this is madness. Although now that this story is breaking more, maybe we'll see more civil unrest. Like, I'm not hoping for any destruction or anything like that, but I just expect, like, citizens to, like, I don't know, blockade the fucking parliament until they do something about this. Like, this is nuts. This is nuts. Although the UK might pull a Canada and then just start freezing people's bank accounts. So, fucking, who knows? Who knows? Meanwhile, you can't get a proper kitchen knife in the UK, but they can carry a 9-inch dagger. Yeah, because it turns out that when you're a fucking criminal, you can just get that shit because you don't care about breaking laws. Like, I hate this concept that if you take things away, criminals won't have them. Like, it's so stupid. Like, criminals, if you could even if you took away all the knives in the country, they'll sit there and whittle a knife out of, like, a fucking piece of wood or something. Like, I don't know. Like, they'll make a weapon. People who want to do crime will find a way to do crime. Taking away weapons doesn't stop them. They'll just get creative with it. You know what I mean? You take away enough knives, and then what? They're going to start taking chainsaws out? What do you want? Like, they're gonna find something else. I guarantee it. You know, that's like guns don't kill people. Like, it was really funny. There was like this woman that like put her gun out on her balcony and it just sat there and she's like, I've watched it for many days now. It hasn't killed a single person. I was like, yeah, you have to pick it up and shoot someone to kill someone with it. But anyways, speaking of unrest and blockades, Nine have you seen how Seattle has devolved in a few months? Seattle? I've seen Newark has gone to shit around the ICE facility, but that's about it. Yeah, shivs exist. Surely if they banned alcohol, people wouldn't drink. Oh. Cricket bats are next. I think the stabber got a minimum of 20 years. I think it was 21 or something like that. Yeah. It's like, I think it's 21 or something. I was looking into it a little bit.
Do you think you've been stabbed? In the face? Oh no, but we have to check, don't we?
Right.
In the face?
Just get these to back off, get their details on that, and I'll keep hold of them.
Please, brother, I'm free.
Should we
Right, keep you on your side, mate.
I feel bad. Like, this is the only one that seems to be trying to do something, but the man seems to be, like, in charge. And, like, he just seems to dismiss the whole thing. Like, he doesn't believe that this guy's been stabbed. Which is, like, it's so weird how... Like, I just don't understand it. If who would lie about being stabbed? And, like, what's the negatives of just checking it out? Like, that's a pretty bold claim to make. I've been stabbed. The first thing you do is cuff that person. You're not going to just look for the stab wound. God forbid, the worst case scenario, it's not there. Then you can charge him for, like, misreporting. I just don't understand why the protocol would be to cuff him. If someone says they're stabbed, how are you not just looking for the stab wound first? Like, how are you cuffing them first? These people, they make no sense. No sense of urgency.
You got to read Reeve then. Saying to him, keeping him on his side. We were set up when we had him here, but he didn't like it. What's your name, mate? At the moment, you are under arrest. That's for assault, so you do not have to say anything. May harm and defence if you do not.
Under arrest for assault. They believe the guy who cried wolf, but not the guy who said, help, I've been stabbed. Just because of the colors of their skin. How fucking backwards as a society has the UK become? He was stabbed in the face, too? You're under arrest for being dead. Oh, yeah, he even said that he was stabbed in the face. I didn't hear that the first time. Did they even ask, where have you been stabbed? They think he's a drunk white trash racist. They're disgusted by him. No, you can tell. The way that the guy's talking about him, he's just like, I'm pretty sure at one point he says, sure, buddy.
Oh, I can't breathe.
Put the hand in the cuff, mate.
Yeah.
This is like
can't
the
breathe.
times this has happened to us. You've been walking, you can't look at it.
Can we get a van
Multiple times we've had people racist
90
attacks,
foot.
still nothing happens.
He's saying he's been stabbed, so
Where
let's
is it
just
you
check
think you've
him.
been stabbed?
What a fucking piss poor job of checking him. Oh, he says he's been stabbed. Let me check him. He checks like one little fucking square inch of him. It's a fucking man. Like, take his shirt off. It doesn't, like, I just don't understand. Even if it's a woman, oh my God, there's women cops here. You should have taken the shirt off. Most girls wear a bra. You know what I mean? Like, someone says they've been stabbed. Why aren't you looking for it? Like, I better look for it. 1 square inch. Oh, yeah, there's no blood here. Yeah, he definitely can't be stabbed. I checked his hip. I checked his one hip bone, and it looks fine to me. Oh, his belt wasn't stabbed. Guess he's fine. It's just insane. Reminds me of George Floyd, but without the burning down the country after. And again, too, the George Floyd thing was, like, full of misinformation. He was saying, I can't breathe before he was even put on the ground. But the only thing we ever really got to begin with as a society... And, like, you can't really blame people for for believing the wrong narrative. Because as a society, everyone was fed the cop with his knee on his neck, him saying, I can't breathe, and then him dying. And so the majority of people who saw that were just like, holy shit, that cop's a murderer. But anyone else who then looked into it and saw the whole toxicology report and watched the whole cop cam, you realize he said, I can't breathe before he hit the ground. And then he had a fucking lethal amount of fentanyl on his system. And he's got a criminal history. And, like, you know what I mean? And the mainstream media just didn't report on that. They were just like, yeah, it's fine. let's fall into chaos, you know? And it's just like, it's just disgusting. And like, that's why I'm glad with that Tim Hortons case where that woman had passed away after an altercation that she started with the barista. The daughters were trying to push the narrative that her mom just basically like, they were trying to make it sound like her mom went in and just got fucking clocked and killed in Tim Hortons for no reason. And like, why are you trying to do this again? Like, why are you trying to like incite violence and panic and unrest and like, just insane. Just insane. What happened with the barista story? The cops released the footage before the narrative could release. The cops just released the store footage that showed that the old woman actually went in there and started swinging first. So like to dispel the narrative that like, and again too, like the daughters made it seem like she went inside and never even used the drive-thru. The real story was she used the drive-thru. Something was wrong with her order. She went inside, started berating the baristas, and then swung on one and like clocked her in the nose. And then that one went out and started fighting her in response. And they like fought to the ground. Like, fuck around, find out. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I would do either. Once you get hit in the nose, you're not really thinking straight. You're not thinking, oh, this is a 70-year-old lady, I should pull my punches. I mean, like, she threw a punch at you. You know, like, you're just swinging at that point. Self-defense. So, yeah. But so basically, like, that's why, like, you have to get the full story before you divulge it to the public. I don't even really blame the majority of the public that got the wrong information because, like, they were fed the wrong information. You got to get mad at the places that push the wrong information. And I think that's where people get it mixed up. We get too busy fighting with, like, one another, when in reality, we all should be mad at the people who fucking lied to us to even put us in this position. You know? It's obnoxious. It's just, it's crazy. And they're fucking it up for legitimate cases like this one. They are. They are. There's so many people now, too, that run with the I can't breathe. I can't count how many times in cop cams I've seen people do that now. Just one that we were watching Oh, I guess we didn't watch it on stream. I just watched one yesterday where they, like, cuffed a girl in an apartment because she was, like, breaking her, what was it? Like, I don't know. She's just, like, she was court-ordered to not be there, essentially. And they were taking her away, and she was like, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. They called an ambulance. Why can't these, even though they knew she was full of shit, they were like, we can't take the risk, especially with the whole George Floyd case probably. They're like, better safe than sorry. They called the ambulance and like, yeah, we wasted taxpayer money and she was absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with her. But at least I would rather be like that than be like this. You know? I think we can always reform and have people get higher sentences and pay more money for all the fucking taxpayer dollars they waste, but you know, I think we can fix that. This, I don't know how the UK is going to fix this. This is, like, bad. This is, like, a systemic problem at this point. Like, this is a deep-rooted cancer they've set up, that this is how their cops treat their own citizens.
In the face? Oh, no, but we have to check, don't we?
Right.
In the face?
Like, I can't believe this guy doesn't even want to check at all. This guy does not believe him. Whoever this male officer is, he doesn't believe this guy for a second. This woman is like, I'm pretty sure we should check him. Like, it's sad that she wasn't the one in charge. The guy seems to be calling the shots right here. Like, for crying out loud. Like, what an absolute fucking moron. What an absolute fucking moron. The fact that she had to even suggest, like, well, we have to check him out. He seemed kind of annoyed with the whole thing.
Just get these to back off, get their details and that, and I'll keep hold of them.
Please, brother, I can't breathe.
Should we...
Nah, keep
Yeah, look, did you hear someone go, yeah, when I can't breathe?
you on your side, mate. You gotta retrieve then.
So again.
Saying to him, keeping him on his side.
And the thing is, too, like, cops usually carry... I saw this one where a guy was shot. Like, he was moving in on the cops, and the cops shot him. And they were able to... They have, like, a gauze that they can, like, cauterize your wounds with quickly. They, like, stop the bleeding. I can't remember the name of them. They're, like, little patches that are, like, made to stop the bleeding from stab wounds. And, like, he probably could have lived. Like, I saw this guy, like, lit up with bullets, and he fucking lived. He was on the grass being like, tell my mother I love her. And he lived. Because they, like, patched him up. He must have had, like, fucking 13 holes on him, and they're like... And they patched him up, got him into an ambulance, he lived. This kid could have lived if they had actually given him life-saving measures instead of cuffing him. If they had found the stab wounds, especially if he had a collapsed lung, if they had closed that thing up and got him to the hospital, he might have lived. How fucking obnoxious is that? The sense of urgency is palpable. It's obnoxious. This is like, I've never been so mad off a 1-minute clip. And we just watched Hassan Piker yesterday. Hello, I'm a verified Kick streamer. I see. Oh, I'm struggling right now.
We were set up when we had
Quick Clot. That's what it's called. Quick Clot. Quick Clot. Quick Clot. You have it in your truck. I don't know why I couldn't think of that, even though I literally said it clots it. That's all it's called. It's called Quick Clot. And you just slap that thing on, and it just stops the bleeding. And it's like he could have lived. He seriously could have lived. I mean, there's a chance he might have died. I don't really know how bad his wounds were, but like, you know what I mean? I've seen it work before. I love watching cop cams. I've made this very apparent. Dude. And instead, they just like rolled him around in the gravel, cuffed him, didn't pay attention to him. This cop, whoever this male cop is, like, I want him to go to jail too. Are you fucking kidding me? He should be stripped of his goddamn title. And he should probably do some time in jail too, just for fucking sucking so bad. Big court case, surely. No, it has to be. A sucking chest wound, they just needed to use a chest seal. Yeah, he could have lived. Yeah. Yep. Yep. It's a clay sealant.
He didn't like it. What's your name, mate? At the moment, you are under arrest, and that's for assault, so you do not have to say anything, may harm in defence. If you do not mention when questioned, it's up to which you later line of court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence, alright? He's going to be sick, I think.
He's going to be sick, I think? He's dead. Pathetic. Pathetic. Yeah, the majority of American cops carry this type of shit. Most cops do. Cops will have, like, life-saving measures they carry, and they also carry, like, a litany of different things to, like, control people. My latest favorite is called the wrap. It's just a whole body wrap, and they even put a fucking helmet on your head. Like, it's nutty. It's nutty, the things that the cops have. I have some other things on this case. We have Henry Nowak's father speaking outside of court after his son's killer is jailed for life. So I think the killer did get 20 or 21 years in jail. I don't know if that's really enough time for what he's done, but shit, I am like half sick today. It's a problem.
Good afternoon. My name is Mark Novak. I am Henry Novak's father. To my left is my daughter Olivia Novak, Henry's older sister, and to her left is Lucy Ross, Henry Novak's mother. The jury confirmed what we've always known. Henry's life was taken from him unlawfully, violently, and without justification. Henry was 18 years old. He was kind, ambitious, loved, and
oh yeah, don't forget that the mom ran away and hid the knife of the killer.
Full of promise. He had his whole life ahead of him, a degree to finish, places to see, and a future to build. That future was stolen from him, and no verdict or sentence will ever give it back. Henry did nothing wrong. He was one of the kindest, friendliest, and most inclusive people you could ever hope to meet. He was amazing in every way. On the 3rd of December last year, Henry was walking home from a night out with his university football teammates when he encountered Vikram Digwa, a man openly carrying a large knife on the streets of Britain.
Just fucking sad. I feel so bad for the family. Like, are you kidding me? And, like, anytime you look at pictures of this kid, he did seem like a good kid. Like, I don't think this is just, like, a parent's perspective, like, my child is perfect. Like, he seemed like a nice kid. It's fucking obnoxious. It took Henry over an hour to die. Just slow, agonizing death in cuffs. Just pathetic. He could have fucking been saved. He should be alive right now, but he's not. because the UK is fucking brainwashed right now. Like, that's the sad thing. If they had never ran with this narrative, Henry would be alive right now. Like, I just don't understand, why have they sold their country out like this? Like, why are they selling out their citizens to people that clearly don't even care? And, like, I still think, like, I mean, again, immigration has existed for years. We have always immigrated between countries. This is, like, my grandmother came from fucking Europe, you know what I mean? Like, I know so many people who are from all over the world. We've always been able to do this, but when you just import a whole subset of people all at once, and they, like, you know what I mean? It's not natural, and they don't amalgamate to the culture. When people immigrate one by one and do their paperwork and do their due processing, they end up being like rational, able-bodied members of society. But it turns out when you just open up the floodgates and let everyone in, this is what happens. And like, they don't care. They don't care. They don't want to say they did anything wrong. Like, they're afraid of consequences. They're afraid of saying, yeah, I fucked up. I don't really get it. What kind of fucking money are they getting from this? Like, how much money are you making as a country that's worth this? Like, throwing your own citizens under the bus.
Knife was used to take Henry's life.
Bro got killed from white guilt. No, for real.
He should have been safe walking home. Instead, he became another young life lost to the brutal reality of knife crime in this country. Henry had been stabbed multiple times, and as his chest filled with blood, he tried to escape. He was chased, abused, and filmed by Vikram Digwa and others. When police arrived, Henry was lying on the floor, barely able to sit up and plainly in severe medical distress. With his final words, he told officers that he could not breathe. He told them he had been stabbed. In fact, Henry told officers that he could not breathe 9 times.
Dude, this dad is one of the strongest people. To be able to give this, like, is insane. He must be pissed. I guarantee he's leaning on some other emotion deep down inside to do this. Like, he's speaking with a clarity that I don't think I could do if this was my son. Dude, I couldn't even talk like this if someone did this to my dog. Like, I don't know. Like, this guy is a fucking absolute unit right now for being able to do this.
He told them he had been stabbed 4 times. The response from one officer was, "I don't think you have, mate." The police have said they were misled by the murderer and that the scene when they arrived was complex. Unfortunately...
So complex when some guy's on the ground. Yeah, cuff that one. Cuff the one that's on the ground. Hard disagree. I know I won't make friends here going after the dad, but he's absolving the officers. How is he absolving the officers? He has that clarity rage. He does. Yeah, what the fuck, complex? I don't hear him absolving the officers at all.
It seems to us the truth is much simpler. The police were told by our son himself and by a member of the public who called 999 that they heard someone shout that they had been stabbed. But the police did not believe them. Henry was pulled across the gravel, his hands forced behind his back, and he was placed in handcuffs. Instead of being treated as a dying victim, police formally arrested Henry for assault and read him his rights. That was the last thing he heard. Henry did not die with dignity.
Yeah, complex. It's complex.
He did not die with the care he deserved. He lost consciousness before anyone believed him. Let me be absolutely clear. We hold Vikram Digwa solely and 100% responsible for the brutal murder of our son. But Henry should not have died on the streets of Southampton in police custody. The way he was treated was inhumane and degrading. His murderer, however, was afforded decency. He was believed. He was not handcuffed when arrested.
I mean, he said solely and 100%, but everything else, this is pretty damning to the police. I don't hear an air of forgiveness here. When he says they said the scene was complex. Like, he said that with an irony in his voice. Like, he doesn't seem pleased in the slightest with the police. I think he's being professional, and it makes sense because you're coming out of a court case where you're making sure that this guy gets the maximum sentence possible, and you don't want to falter on that. But I don't hear any forgiveness for the cops here whatsoever. You know, he's calling them out.
He was not handcuffed when transported to the police station.
The father and family probably can say what they really feel. The atmosphere they're in, it's likely people are threatening them. Again, too, like, you have a daughter still. You have other things in mind. Like, you clearly don't want any sort of rioting to reach home. You don't want anything to happen to your remaining child. I can't imagine what it must be like to be in this situation. This seems like a very carefully written statement. Like, I don't think he used ChatGPT for this. He seems to have actually just amalgamated a speech based on the facts, and he's laying it out so that people can digest it for what it was, and it was a complete failure of the police. I don't hear any praise for the police here. I don't hear any forgiveness, and it doesn't seem like he's doing anything to absolve them. He's laying it out in excruciating detail, all of the points of their failure.
As far as we understand, he was never handcuffed at all.
He's just being pragmatic. He's being professional and not emotional. If you're too emotional, people won't take you seriously. It's like, he's coming from the point of someone who seems to really want this to actually be solved. You can't get too emotional. As much as I say, like, I want the cops fired and bubbled and things like that, you can't say that. You can't say this. You want to be taken seriously. Of course a lawyer helped him write this. Of course. But I guarantee he had some say in what was being written.
As Vikram Digwa himself told the court, whilst under arrest for Henry's murder, police even took him to the kitchen so he could choose his food. The contrast is unbearable. We believe the officers involved remain on duty, although we understand some may have since resigned. One was allowed to leave the force before she had given an account to the Independent Office of Police Conduct of what happened that evening. The IOPC investigation remains ongoing. Whilst we await its final report, we are calling on the Home Secretary to ensure that the IOPC has the resources, authority and independence it needs to conduct a full, fearless and transparent investigation. Our families should not have to fight for the truth anymore. Despite the shocking actions of the police on that fatal night, the murder investigation was very different. We would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to Senior Investigating Officer DCI Rebecca Bartholomew, the Serious Crime Team, and particular officer in the case, Claire Proctor. We would also like to thank our incredible family liaison officers, Sarah Page and Trudy May, for their diligence, professionalism and compassion throughout this investigation.
Well, I mean, too, like, it is true. Their freedoms are completely cooked, but he's just laid out all of the facts as they exist. And, like, I didn't hear any praise. He's praising the people who did the investigation into the actual death or the actual murder. But the cops on scene, I didn't hear any praise. He just laid out all of their points of failure and that they were able to just run away. And he's allowing the people viewing it to perceive what they want from the situation. Feed him a double bacon cheeseburger at this point.
We would also like to thank the CPS, as well as Nick Lobenberg, KC, and Neil King for their outstanding advocacy skills in prosecuting this case. In our darkest period of our lives, knowing that people were fighting tirelessly for Henry gave us strength. They secured justice for our son, and for that, our family will be forever grateful. For us, there is no closure. There is no moment where the pain stops. There is no moment where the Henry-shaped hole in our family is filled. We will carry this grief every single day for the rest of our lives. But today matters. Today, Henry was believed. The truth has been recognized. Today, justice, in the eyes of the law, has been served. But justice alone is not enough. We want to use Henry's heartbreaking story to make change for the better. We do not want his death to be used to create further division, hatred, or tension. We want his story to make our streets safer for everyone. That is why we are calling on the government to treat knife crime as the national emergency that it is. We need real solutions. We need investment in prevention. We need stronger action on the sale, the ownership, and carrying of all knives. And as this case so painfully demonstrates, we need common sense applied to our laws.
It's so crazy. He's so cocked. That's tough. Like, to say that it's knife crime, again, I feel like there was a lawyer that helped him write this. And, like, some of these words are carrying more weight than they should be. Things like common sense. I feel like when he said the word common sense there, it was carrying like 1,000 words. To be honest, he should have ended it with vote Rupert Lowe. This seems like an order from the court and not his true feelings. Again, he did definitely go over this with a lawyer beforehand. And keep in mind, he's got a daughter. He probably doesn't want the heat on his family. And I could understand that. I don't know how. I'd love to get a beer with this man and hear how he actually feels. Because I don't think that this is 100% how he feels. But that's just me. Again, too, though, you guys have to be understanding from his point of view. If you are the one that starts the revolution, you still have a daughter. You just lost a son. Are you really going to risk, like, immigrants coming to your house, like, and doing something to her to get back at you for starting shit? I mean, again, like, I feel like he went back and forth on this with a lawyer. He can't say what he feels. It's obvious. I agree. This doesn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is very professionally written. There was no heat on his son. He is still dead. I mean, that's the thing, though, but it's still a different situation. Like, we know, like, having been online, we've seen what mentally deranged people do. How many creators do you know of that have been doxxed? How many creators do you know of that have been swatted? When people get something in their mind, it is impressive. Even the most deranged individual can come together to go to someone's house or get things sent to their house. Like, I don't blame this guy for not wanting to be the face of a revolution. Maybe he would feel differently if he didn't have another child. I don't know. I can't say. I'm not privy to the inside of his head. I don't know what it's like living in the UK and having one of my kids killed in a way that, like, I mean, just look at the way people get arrested for making posts on fucking Twitter or Facebook in the UK because it's like the wrong thing. I think he's in a very peculiar position. I think, again, too, don't get upset at him. I think this is the thing where you should be upset at the UK that is cucking a man like this. I don't think he had much choice, given his circumstances, but that's just me. The family should not have to work a day in their lives ever again. The majority of people aren't based in the UK. Do you like living in the UK? I can't complain. Oh, that's good. No, literally, I mean, I can't complain. Help. And you know, if he does get attacked, you know the cops won't stop the Muslims from attacking his family. Yeah. I feel like you can't make a targeted, heated remarks in this situation as much as he probably wants to. Money! Honestly, understandable. The last thing you want is Indians going after you because they are very aggressive. Again, like, I just don't know. I don't know what the right thing is for this man to do in this situation. I don't think he's giving his true thoughts. But again, I don't know. Maybe it is his true thoughts. I could be wrong. But it does feel very written professionally. Even if I ended up in a case, I'd have to do some form of cleanup to a statement. When the cops are called, the first one to call sets the narrative. You got to get ahead of it. Stand up to racism attacked as a vigil for Henry. What? There was a Henry vigil and stand up to racism attacked it? See, this is what I mean. Like, you can have the most common sense take and you could be the most peaceful and you'll be attacked. Like, I don't blame this man for trying to keep his family safe in this position. The whole country has its eyes on you. Like, that's a lot of pressure. You know, and I can only presume these are family members behind them. They all kind of look the same, don't they?
This doesn't mean knee-jerk reactions. This doesn't mean going to extremes. It just means a common sense approach to law and order. As the case C for the prosecution summed up in court, this is not a case about Sikhism. This is not a case about racism. This is a case about murder. People should not be able to walk openly through the streets of Britain carrying a 21-centimetre blade. As a family, we will not let this go. No other family should experience the heartbreak and horror of losing a child to knife crime. Finally, I want Henry to know, wherever he is,
There was a protest, yeah.
we are so proud of him and we love him beyond words. Thank you.
Yeah!
You know, and again, too, I feel there is like, saying things like it's not about racism, it's about common sense, I kind of agree, because that's how these people are getting away with it, because they're crying racism. So, like, if you want to stop it, you have to really double down on, no, it's not racism, this is just common sense law. Like, again, like, I feel like it seems like he's forgiving them and he's trying to pussy out, but I do believe that it's just been carefully written so that he, A, doesn't get in trouble, B, doesn't get the heat on his family, and C, still calls out the negligence for what it is. And he lets you make your own conclusions. But it's not. Calling out criminals despite the color of their skin is the opposite of racism. And we have to start normalizing that as a society, because these people the people who got away with this, like, or the people who, I mean, they got away with it for a bit. You know what I mean? But they must be laughing. Like, look what we've done to this country. We've completely cucked them. They can't even talk about what we're doing to them. Like, it's just crazy. And I know they're not organized, but just all of the insane individuals that like to do shit like this and glorify and dream about stabbing someone, like, what else do you do? Like, this must be like their best, like, they must love this. It's just the chaos that they've created. Seems racist to the English. Again, you're in the UK, he can't say that. Like, it's so, I don't know, man. I feel bad for the dad. I refuse to dogpile on the dad. I mean, I think they've gone through enough. They stabbed the guy and then filmed him for their own amusement. Yeah, it's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. Like, the cultures that do that are fucking weird. Man. I'll end up with a knock on my door eventually. Shit. That's just insane. And what is this? This is a longer one, and it's like Home Secretary giving a statement.
Back. Last December, Henry, aged just 18, was a first-year university student with his life ahead of him. He was kind, hard-working, loved by his family and friends. His murder at the hands of Vikram Digwa was a horrifying act. Digwa murdered Henry and then lied about him as he lay dying, falsely accusing him of racism. It was an evil act. I know the thoughts of the whole house will now be with Henry's family and his friends, just as mine are. What they have been through is heartbreaking, and for most of us, unimaginable. I know nothing can take their pain and loss away. But yesterday, we saw some measure of justice. Digwa was sentenced to life imprisonment. He will serve a minimum term of 21 years. His mother, Kiran Kaur, has been convicted of assisting an offender. She is due to be sentenced on 17th of July.
So they are sentencing the mom. She should also have a couple years in prison for that.
And today, the Crown Prosecution Service has authorised further charges against other members of the attacker's family. With further sentencing and possible charges pending, we must be cautious still in what we say about this case, so that we do not place any proceedings at risk. However, I can and must pay tribute today to the dignified and powerful words of the Novak family in the statement they gave after yesterday's sentencing. They deserve answers. They deserve answers in particular about what happened on that awful night and the actions of the police officers who arrived on the scene. I expect many in this House and many more across this country have now seen the police officer's body cam footage released last night. It is, without question, a disturbing and tragic thing to see. People are rightly asking questions about how the situation was handled, and they are shocked and disquieted to hear Henry's words, "I can't breathe." I know that it is difficult to wait any longer for answers, but there is a proper process to assess whether there have been incidents of police misconduct, led by the Independent Office for Police Conduct, the IOPC. They will determine what could and should have been done differently. They will determine what action may need to be taken against individual officers. The family yesterday called on me, and I quote, to ensure the IOPC has the resources, authority and independence it needs to conduct a full, fearless and transparent investigation. Mr. Speaker, I can confirm to you today that I will do so. The IOPC will be equipped and encouraged to act to find the truth and to ensure, if necessary, that there are consequences. There have been accusations, I know, of two-tier policing, that one community has been prioritised over another.
Oh, yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up.
It will be for the IOPC to determine the facts with regard to this specific case, and I cannot and will not comment on them.
Pussy.
But let me say this on the question of preferential treatment more widely. The police in this country have a sacred duty to police without fear or favour. Everyone in this country is equal before the law.
Apparently, allegedly. So you say, but the actions of those police officers did not show that. These people have been brainwashed into thinking white people bad, brown people good. It makes no sense. The way that they treated Henry like a fucking animal. The other guy didn't even get put into cuffs. Why are you afraid of putting him in cuffs? It shouldn't matter. Like, that in itself is racist. Like, it's so weird how racism can only work one way in so many people's minds. And to this, like, some people are like, that's not racist. Like, yes, it is. They didn't put him in cuffs. They treated him with respect and dignity. They gave him fucking food from the kitchen. Are you kidding me? Like, he was still living as a free man. After mocking and ridiculing, on his phone, he probably has a video of Henry dying. He's laughing. Are you fucking kidding me?
It is the promise upon which our whole justice system rests.
And has failed to do anything about it. Like, it's so fucking
The
dumb.
equality of every citizen is the fact.
And even, too, during the protests, there was another counter-protest where there was a bunch of people chanting, "Shoot him in the neck like Charlie Kirk." None of them were getting arrested. Even though they were spewing violent rhetoric and glorifying death. You know, you get arrested for less on their... I saw a woman get in trouble because she used the F slur to describe an attacker, and her friend outed her to the police, and she got charged for using the word against someone who fucking attacked her.
Foundation on which the openness, tolerance...
In America, they cuff both parties in altercations, and they separate them. Yes. Yeah. How does that not happen here? Like, he's clearly... The other kid is, like, dying... At no point you're like, maybe we should cuff the guy. Maybe.
And generosity of this country rests. Let me also be clear about one other thing, a dangerous undercurrent that I have seen in the reaction to this awful crime. Threats against police officers are utterly unacceptable. There can be no justification for intimidation, abuse, or attempts to take the law into one's own hands. A police officer...
And again, too, like, if you had never failed as a country to have your police officers hand out justice without discrimination, you'd never find yourself in this situation. I find it very cowardly to not admit the faults that led to this and instead act like, oh, I don't understand. Why are you guys going after the cops now? You can't do that. How dare you be upset? We always prioritize everyone. There's no such thing as two-tiered justice. What are you talking about? Is half the country just induced in mass psychosis to have noticed all of these things happening? It's so obnoxious.
Related to this case has been misidentified online and subjected to death threats. He has been forced to relocate...
Again, I don't think it's great that that's happening to cops, but again, like, you have put your cops in this situation because you've trained them up to be doing this. Like, you do have a two-tier justice system. That's not just, like, some fucking theory online. Like, we saw it in the video. The way that one officer was talking to Henry was disgusting.
To protect himself and his family. Misinformation and inflammatory commentary is making a dreadful situation even worse. We must all, together, condemn it. And we must also allow the facts to be established through the appropriate investigations and the courts, and we must do so calmly and responsibly. The Novak family and Henry's memory deserve answers. They have also called on us all to take action to address the daily tragedy of knife crime in this country. This government is committed to...
Yeah, acknowledging the faults mean you have to admit you fucked up. And no one with an ego and no one in power likes to do that. No one... Suddenly, when you get to a certain level, you make no mistakes. It's everyone around you that are making the mistakes and coming up with misconceptions. You know, it's, you're all crazy, I'm not crazy. It's like the most basic form of gaslighting known to mankind. Like, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Halving knife crime in this decade. And since the start of this parliament, we have made progress. Knife crime has fallen by 10%, and knife homicides are down 27% at their lowest level in a decade. But clearly, we must do more, whilst there are still tragedies like this one. And for that reason, we have recently published our Halving Knife Crime Plan. It sets out how we will go further to drive sustained reductions in violence.
Again, like, it... I don't think that's going to solve the problem, because criminals are still going to do criminal shit. You know? They're going to find a way. They're going to, like... And again, banning knives. Criminals have no problem holding on to things that are not allowed for regular citizens. I don't know who needs to be told that. Especially in today's day and age, like, you could probably just 3D print a knife that's sharp enough. When you have a resin printer, I have a Diablo statue that Husbanus made for me, and you can cut yourself on it. He's got little spikies on him, and he's, like, fucking sharp. If people want a weapon, they'll find a weapon. Like, taking rights away from your citizens is not going to stop violent criminals from being violent criminals. You have to take matters into your own hands, and you have to start having actual sentences for these people. Hang them again. I don't know. Like, I just think that, like, we do too much, and, like, we care too much about humanitarian causes that we're misguided, and we give too much leeway to just violent animals. We put dogs down for less. Like, if a dog bites someone, that dog gets put down. Why don't we do the same for people that kill people? I really don't understand. You know, I don't understand why we continue to waste our tax dollars keeping these fuckers alive. Like, fuck, man. I feel like back in the day we had a better understanding of what to do with people like this. You just do away with them. You turn them into compost. Make use of them. It's crazy. Like, that's just me. Again, sometimes I've been slipping into authoritarianism. I've noticed this. The more I look at the modern... Like, I feel like that's what we need more than socialism. I feel like we just need, like, a sprinkle of authoritarianism. Not 100% authoritarian. Just a little sprinkle, a little dash. Little smidgens. Just a little bit. Like a spice on top.
It brings together action across government.
You're so cute. Yeah, all you need is copper pipe and a rock. You could do anything. Like, a rock's like, yeah, exactly. If you really want to kill someone, you could pick up a rock and put it over their head. Like criminals are going to find ways to do crime. I don't understand this. You've gotten rid of guns, and now people are stabbing one another. Once you get rid of the knives, they're going to find another thing to do. Like, it's just... They're going to start using gardening tools. You know, and then what? You're going to start outlawing fucking pitchforks? Yeah, you can't have a pitchfork. They keep stabbing people with pitchforks. Exactly. Now the prison is overflowing.
Money! Yeah, baby!
No, Nainus,
yeah!
that's historically how all problems were solved. Hey.
Government and across...
Crossbows and air rifles are legal? What? Rockwell! In America, our police chiefs and sheriffs are elected. We get to control our police forces at a local level. This allows reform to happen. Yeah, does this exist like that in the UK? I don't actually know. I don't actually know. Right, let me Google it real quick. Are police chiefs and sheriffs elected in the UK? No, they're not elected. Operational police officers, chief constables, and ceremonial officers, high sheriffs, are appointed rather than chosen by popular vote. However, in England and Wales, voters do elect police and crime commissioners. And the police and crime commissioners are the elected officials who oversee local police forces, manage budgets, set policing plans, and hire or fire the chief constable. They are the administrators and politicians, not operational police officers. Voters directly elect their PCCs in local elections. And there's exceptions, though. In certain areas, such as Greater London, Greater Manchester, and West Yorkshire, or Yorkshire, PCC responsibilities are handled and directly elected by regional mayors. So you have to fucking vote your mayor to get your PCC when you're in those areas. They promote the most useless fucks to the top. I've been looking up how Qatar would treat all the people involved, and maybe Sharia law isn't as bad as I thought. This is a joke. No, it's so interesting that the places these people come from would have no problem just fucking zee. Like, just, oops, this one's no longer alive now. You know? But for some reason, when we take them in, we're just like, oh, poor baby. Poor misguided baby. Oh, they never did nothing wrong. Go bring them to the kitchen for a snacky poo. Oh.
Society to stop people from turning to knife crime and to ensure that perpetrators are caught and brought to justice. Amongst a range of measures, this will see schools and families supported to address the root causes of knife crime through the establishment of 50 Young Futures hubs. Police using new crime mapping tools to target enforcement more precisely.
What are they going to have, like magnets or something? They're going to, how do you stop people from carrying knives? And like, it's so hard to see a knife too. Like, you know how easy it is to just slip a knife down beside your thigh? Are you kidding me? Are you like seriously kidding me? The root cause is cultural differences. Yeah. And they don't want to say that because it's bigoted. But it's not bigoted. It's the truth. And I just feel like people would prefer the truth over whatever the fuck this weird gaslight is. Oh, it's the knives' fault. Not the people brandishing them, but the knives themselves, these evil things. We have to watch what we say because we've careened our way into totalitarianism. Guns are banned in Japan and their president still got killed by one. Yeah. And again, too, in Canada, they keep banning guns in Canada, but the majority of violent gun crime in Canada are done with guns that are brought in from outside the country. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? So all that happened is like the Canadians get cucked out of the guns that they just like to shoot. You know? Like they've perpetually just slowly taken things away, similar to California. Just to, well, I have no reason. Like just to take shit away from their citizens, and criminals are still just gonna get that shit illegally. Cool. Elected sheriffs in a double-edged sword. You could have an incompetent one elected, or you can get an effective one, like Sheriff Grady Judd in Florida. In Florida. All right, I'm kind of already done with this bitch. I don't know how much longer she's only 20. I mean, this thing didn't even start till like, we've only watched about 5-6 minutes, and she's already on about the fucking knives being the problem. Crazy. I don't know how much more I can listen to this without I guess she switches out for someone else. I can't listen to her.
Young man.
My blood pressure is like...
On the way home, when he was brutally killed, Henry's family have suffered an unimaginable loss, and I know the thoughts of the whole house will be with them all. The evil murderer, Vikram Digwa, lied from start to finish, including a false allegation of racism.
Is he going to question why that had so much weight over the child on the ground that was saying, I can't breathe, I've been stabbed? He's done a racism to me. And then the guys on the ground can't breathe, can't move. And you're going to still take the side of the guy who said they did a racism. Like, you got to ask why that matters more to police than someone saying that they've been stabbed. He said a mean word to me. Dude, even if he did, the one's clearly stabbed and dying. Why don't you help the one that's stabbed and dying, and then you can do the investigation after the fact? You rope up both of them. Just the way, I don't know, I've seen all cops in America do. You can cuff both sides of them, and then you figure it out. But first, you save the kid that's dying. You don't prioritize arresting them. You prioritize getting them life-saving measures. Be for fucking real.
But on arriving at the scene, the police appeared more concerned with the accusation of racism, and even the possibility that Digwa himself was injured, than they were in helping Henry.
And how did the police come to these conclusions? Why did the police act like that? Are you going to talk about the reasons why the police feel this way?
Henry told the police he could not breathe 9 times. He told them he had been stabbed 4 times. The response from the officer, we've all heard, was to say, "I don't think you have, mate." Henry was handcuffed and dragged across the ground as he lay dying. Can you imagine what he must have felt as he cried out for help and was ignored, as the officers who should have worked to save him instead handcuffed him and inquired after the welfare of his killer, standing just inches away? Henry's dad, Mark, said this: "Henry did not die with dignity. He did not die with the care he deserved. He lost consciousness before anyone believed him." So we need the IOPC to urgently and transparently report into how it was the police attending were more concerned with the accusation of racism than they were in helping a dying man. Mr. Speaker, we cannot tolerate a situation where false allegations of racism by criminals are believed. We cannot allow the colour of someone's skin to be a consideration in how the police or other public services treat people.
Yes.
And yet this has happened. Just recently, we learned that Valdo Calicone, who murdered 3 people in Nottingham, was not sectioned by mental health professionals because they thought there was, and I quote, "an over-representation of young black males in mental health detention."
That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Well, I already feel like we have too many black people here, and, well, we can't keep doing this. They're going to call us racist. So we're going to have to let this criminal go. You understand, right? Are you fucking stupid? Like, are you actually stupid? There is no one, I guarantee there is no fucking law-abiding black citizen that would agree with that shit. They'd be like, get that fucking guy away, because they're not retarded. Who cares about the color of their skin? They're stabbing people. Holy crap. Holy crap. It's like they're like, oh, we need actually, if you can go find we need another Hispanic. We're gonna need a couple more white. Yeah, before we can take another black criminal in, we're gonna need a couple more colors. You know, God forbid. We got to keep the disbursement nice here. We can't have too many of one color. How's that not racist? When you're counting how many inmates you have, well, we have too many black inmates right now. Why are you even paying attention to that? They're criminals. They're in there because they're criminals. Like, who cares? Who cares?
The consequent failure to section Valdo Calicone.
It's like they go so far into being anti-racist that they become like ultra-racist. Like, I can only see color. Tell you what, I can only see criminals. Keep them in there.
In part because he was black.
Crazy.
Led directly to the murder of 3 innocent people. The head teacher of Axel Radicubana was accused of racist stereotyping when she described Radicubana as a threat to safety, and the risk assessment was watered down. Radicubana, of course, went on to stab and murder 3 young girls at a...
Donnie, hello, black men in chat. I don't care what color they are. Lock them up. Yeah, because it just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. It's still a person that's doing a violent thing. Why does it matter? Like, if you want to take note of skin color for future statistics and things like that, by all means. But you don't say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't think we can take this one. We've got too many of his kind already. How's that? Like, it just sounds racist saying that. Like, what the fuck? But then the thing is, like, you get called racist for saying that they should be fucking locked up. It's like, it's nuts. Yeah. We're living in the fucking wildest times.
Southport dance class. But Mr. Speaker, this has not happened by accident.
Steve, I am with the 5. Thank you. The police get head pats for attacking whites and defending browns. Are you going to cover the Reckless Ben and the Lego case? I do have that. I had some of that yesterday and I just never got to it because, like, I don't know, it was already late and I was hungry and then I didn't have time because it's a kind of a big story. But we'll move on to the Lego case after this. I'm just curious. This guy finally seems to actually want to get to the bottom of the problems here. He doesn't seem to be... I don't know who this guy is. I'm not British enough to understand, but he at least seems to be calling out the bullshit right now. Massive Doge with the $4.99. Thank you. Sometimes criminals get ID'd as white to lower crime stats. Oh my God. That's just like during COVID, how they were like claiming COVID was killing a bunch of people. And even though they were like old or they'd have like other underlying conditions, they'd say COVID was the cause of death. And again, like, I just don't think, why do that? Why not just report on the actual causes of, or the ones that actually got killed from COVID? My friend's dad was killed by COVID. Like he was like 40, 56 or something. Like was he in his 50s or his late 40s? He wasn't that old. And COVID like actually killed him. And like I just don't understand like why misrepresent the numbers when like the amount of people dying was still bad enough. Like I guess it wasn't enough to lock down the whole country. You know what I mean? I think just distancing would have been enough. You probably didn't even need masks, just distancing. I'm not a fucking medical health professional, but like they didn't want that. They didn't want just this, like they wanted to shut down the whole society for whatever reason. The thing that always kills me is the Canadian-US land border was closed, but you could still fly because like airlines had to still make money, right? But like it made no sense. Like nothing about it made sense. You can fly in a tin can where everyone is crammed in there, and that's fine. But driving across the border with a bunch of people in your car that you already know aren't sick, that's bad. Like be for fucking real. It made no sense. And I'm also really mad about that because I had to pay for a helicopter ride to get over with my dogs to be able to live with my husbandess. It was fucking bullshit. I had to James Bond my way over. It was about using massive panic in order to control you. Yeah. And I feel like, again, it just did a disservice to people that were actually dying from it, too. Like, I had some people, I guess I talked about it previously, and I had some people, like, oh, like, your friend's dad didn't actually die of COVID. I'm like, yeah, he did. He did. It was terrible. I don't understand. And again, it's because, like, when you run with misinformation and tell it to people, it belittles the actual things that happened, and it's sad. It's sad. Like, it shouldn't be like that. But yeah, I don't know.
It is enshrined in the police's own policy documents. The Police Anti-Racism Commitment, published in March 2025 by the NPCC and the College of Policing, urges police forces to reverse engineer the same arrest rates between ethnic groups, even though the offending rates are different, by treating different ethnic groups differently. Let that sink in for a moment. An official police document actually says people should be treated differently based on the colour of their skin. I've said before at this dispatch box, at least twice, that document should be withdrawn. The dangerous ideology of so-called anti-racism, allowing people to be treated differently based...
I'm so glad that guy called it so-called anti-racism, because it's like actually the most racist rhetoric. That you have to treat people differently based on the colour of their skin. And that's shown in the way they didn't even cuff the guy that stabbed Henry. So what we need is for court trials to be in VR chat and have everyone join with a furry avatar for impartiality. Please. Imagine, like, the fucking all the judges are just like these fucking furries. I would be a scaly. Thank you. I had a furry, or I guess a scaly character. I drew goddamn on Fur Affinity.
On race must end.
Sorry.
Extreme
college wasn't paying for itself, baby.
Activists have hijacked the policy-making process, and this is where it has led. It has no place in policing. It has no place anywhere. So does the Home Secretary agree that the so-called police anti-racism commitment must urgently be withdrawn? It is morally wrong, and it is dangerous as well. Police forces must focus on catching criminals and keeping the public safe. They must simply treat everyone exactly the same. I want to finish with Mark Novak's words yesterday, Henry's father. He said this: Henry was 18. He was kind, ambitious, loved, and full of promise. He had his whole life ahead of him. But that future was stolen from him, and no verdict and no sentence will ever give it back. Mr. Speaker, it is true that nothing can bring Henry back. But let us make sure that no one ever again experiences what Henry did in his last tragic moments.
Home Secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let me thank the Shadow Home Secretary for his remarks and for the tone in which he's reflected on this horrific murder and the words of the family, which obviously he knows I share as well. Let me just say his initial point, I would normally let it slide, Mr. Speaker, but I think there's far too much misinformation floating
Ninus is a smut merchant. How dare
social
you?
Media for me to just leave this one unchallenged. On the government coming to the House, he will know that the proceedings and sentencing concluded at 4 o'clock yesterday. We said we would come immediately thereafter to the House, and we have presented ourselves here today. We have responded in an appropriate way with all of the facts at our disposal and all of the judges' remarks at our disposal for our review before coming to this House. And I think it's important that we respond in these moments in a measured way, and that is what we, the government, have sought to do. He referred to evidence in relation to the Valdo Calique inquiry, he will know that the inquiry into the Nottingham attacks is well underway, and I don't think it would be appropriate for me from this dispatch box to preempt any findings that the inquiry might make. But of course, all of the actions and assumptions made by professionals of different public services, including the police and the health service, are subject to scrutiny within that inquiry. I'm sure those are matters that we will return to as that inquiry reports. He did refer to the findings of phase 1 of the Southport inquiry in relation to those horrific murders and the findings in relation to how the public service systems in that case, in relation to Axel Rudolph Cabana, centred the danger he might have posed to himself given his mental health diagnosis and did not take into account the danger he posed potentially to others.
She's just running fucking goalie for all these criminals. Are you serious right now? She's just like, I see he pointed out some of the problems that are befalling our society. Now, let me go ahead and run goalie for all of those problems he called out so that you guys don't think there's so much of a problem. Are you serious right now? Are you fucking for real, girl? On the tail of the actual fallout of this terrible, rhetoric that you've been passing around. You're just talking about some kid that got fucking stabbed because of the same rhetoric. And you're like, play goalie, dodge, grab. It's crazy. She's floundering. It's true, Nyannis groomed me. I did no such thing.
Recommendations he will know that have been made for change in this area, which the government will respond to fully in due course. But let me be very clear with him and all members in this House, in all such matters, in terms of how we engage with our public services and how they assist risk, the only important factor is the risk an individual poses, not their race, not their religion, or indeed anything else. And we will not tolerate a situation where other irrelevant factors are taken into account. I repeat again, all are equal before the law, and every public service needs to bear that in mind.
Just because you say a thing doesn't mean it's been represented in how the law has been upheld. That's so obnoxious. Well, you see here, the law says that we're going to treat everyone as equals. Therefore, fuck you. No, actually, that's what it says, but that's not what the follow-through's been. Oh my God, she's so annoying. Oh my God. Oh my God. This bitch is lying out her ass. Who's paying her bills? What's going on? What is going on? Here you go, guys. I'll show you me Scaly. I'll show you me Scaly. I thought she was cute. She never really wore many clothes, but I never really drew boobs on her either. I don't know. My Scaly. And then sometimes I just played with her. I don't know. Those are like her normal patterns. And then I made her look all tribal at one point. I don't know. It's just a Scaly. That's just my Scaly character. Sometimes I feel like a phony because I'm all fucking pink now. I'm all pink and girly, and that's not really who I am. Psych. Needs bigger boobs. No! I never was supposed to. I literally just drew her because I like drawing dragons. She usually had big fluffy wings, too. I gave her, wings. A wingeling dragon. I don't know. Clears throat, wood. Dragon people are just cool, though. Yeah, and so I was drawing that, and I had a DeviantArt, and someone was like, oh, you got a Fur Affinity? And I was like, what? No. And then Fur Affinity, dude, people can hate on furries all they want. They pay very well for commissions. And I just had to draw things like that. I was just drawing pinup. Just one character off drawings, and yeah, it was great money. Paid for my college, or at least helped. But yeah. Kawaii. Thank you. Yif in hell. I weren't on Ink Bunny? No, I don't even know what that is. I concur, needs bigger bobs. No, she was supposed to be she's athletic. She's athletic. Just didn't really make sense for her design. She was she had wings and stuff. Oh, look, it's my kitty cat from childhood. My kitty cat. Man, this woman pisses me off. Sorry, I just had to hit stop and change the topic for a second. Part of me wants to hear her run cover more, but oh God, not the furries. What's up with white people and furries? I just liked anthro characters. I don't know. I drew that character since grade 7, grade 6, grade 7.
Money!
I can't remember when I made her.
Yeah!
I just like to draw her. She's a lean thing. Yeah, I don't know. She lean. Look, there's my kitty cat.
Money!
You wanna see my
Yeah,
childhood
baby,
kitty cat?
yeah!
My puss. And there's like see, I told you guys I would do scrap, and sometimes I would pick up kids' toys and clean them and sell them in garage sales. That was my whole jam. But here's Patches. I was obviously really creative in naming my cat. He was part Maine Coon. He was my little baby. He followed me around. He was good. He hated my brothers. It was really cute. He would attack them. He would become like the Halloween cat and do the sideways walk with his like back arched. It was fucking great. He was a great cat. Always hung out with me. He would follow me around. We'd go for walks together. Lebby Halia! All are equal under the law, so ignore what the other speaker said 2 seconds ago about anti-racism practices. This woman. No, he literally said in 2025, this was pushed to the police forces, and instead she's like, no, we've done nothing wrong. How much to draw Husbanus like one of your furries? Dear God. Dear God. No. Here's my plush cat. You can look at that. Look at him. He was such a gorgeous cat. Mighty fine puss. He was a mean little thing. He was sweet as could be with me. Like, he was snuggly with me. Like, he was like a little teddy bear. Complete jackass with my brothers. Loved my dad. Loved my mom. Could not do anything with my brothers. I remember one time my middle brother picked him up and was like, aw, he's being so nice. He's letting me pet. And then, like, Patches just, like, unloaded on him. He was just waiting to get closer to his face to, like, rapid fire, like, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And then, like, my brother had to drop him. Oh, my God. Like, yeah, bitch. Get whacked. Cats are evil maniacs. Dude, I loved my cat. And it probably didn't help that, like, I encouraged the behavior. Because, like, anytime that like, he would do stuff like that, I would generally just laugh. And, you know, I would pick up the cat. Oh, go boy, Patches. I'm my little kitty cat. And he's all purring. He's like a baby for me. Go on his back. Let me pet him. But yeah, my brothers he couldn't stand them. It was amazing. It was amazing. Cats know people's auras, maybe. I think Patches just understood that, like, me and him were buddies, you know? And, like, that was it. Like, that's all he needed. He was tight, you know? And he also liked hanging out with my dad. He liked to just hang out when we were outside cleaning scrap. He'd, like, sit on the tailgate and things like that. Look what you've started, Ninus. How now Husbanus is getting dragged into it. Cats, in my experience, are like autistic people. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, they like autistic people more. Yeah. I feel that. Other than this stray cat that's living outside my house right now, who is like, I swear to God, I think this cat thinks it's like a wild tiger and it's not just some fucking house cat that's been living outside. It must have seen some shit. I've never been so hard pressed to get a cat to let me pet it. Like, it's crazy. I've pet stray cats before. I've befriended multiple stray cats. There's, like, a stray cat at my last house. I built a house for it. Yeah, I don't know. This stray cat I have got right now is like a fucking animal. Hisses at me. I feed it. That's how all cats see themselves, yeah. Nyanus needs to release a Husbanus calendar. Ayo! Nyanus just owns being autistic, or it went over her head. I'm a little autistic. I've noticed this. I'm very drawn to the facts, and I get really annoyed when people stray from them. I do notice that. Like, again, because I always bring that up about Elon Musk. It's like, I get it. People like him, but I can't help but focus on his weird little lies, or, like, the fact that he can't give, like, a straight deadline. And it just drives me nuts, because it's my pet peeve. I just don't understand. Just tell the truth. You know, just tell me the truth. Like, I think it's... Dude, it's impressive. I do want humans to go to the moon. I just want to be told a real deadline. I don't want to be told 2030 because it sounds fun and close. I just want to be told the truth. You know, I am a little autistic about stuff like that, yeah. Can you name him Tyke Myson? I could. The cat right now that I've been feeding, I've just been calling it Tigris. Because, I don't know, just a name. Autistic cat. Mods aren't showing up from KickChat. Oh, yeah, where is KickChat? KickChat looks like it's disappeared. Let me fit. Like, yeah, you passed the test, remember? But I was a low autist. No. I'm not autistic as hell. I had a pretty low score. It was like it went up to 120 and I was like 70. I was like slightly autistic. And like that is kind of where the buck ends. Like I'm only really particular over things like that. Otherwise, not very autistic at all. Very, very slight, very little, very Very small. What am I doing here? Is it just the mods? Wait, yeah, wait a second. You're here. I see you. What is going on? Let's hear this.
Refer to the police anti-racism commitment. He will obviously remember, I'm sure, that the race action plan for the police began life under the previous Conservative government. In fact, I'm old enough to remember when Theresa May. It must not be in vain, and we must learn the lessons that prevent these tragedies from occurring in the future.
Robert Jenrick.
When Henry lay on the floor, he warned that he had been stabbed 4 times. He said that he couldn't breathe 9 times, and yet the officer chose to cuff him rather than treat him.
Yeah.
That officer should be in court being prosecuted for...
Yes. Yes. No, I've watched so many cop cams now. They prioritize giving health, life-saving measures before cuffing. Like, it kind of makes sense. Because, like, you don't want the person to die before, you know, trial happens. Even if somehow Henry was found guilty, and he's clearly not, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, you would never be able to investigate and hold the right person accountable if the potential suspect also died. Like, you know, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm tired of this on the spectrum nonsense. I mean, me too. I think everyone is on... Like, everyone, I think, is autistic, and everyone is a little anxious about things that are specific to them. That's why I've never liked it. The whole spectrum thing always felt like I'm special. You know, this whole... all the genders that came out when people said you have to be accepting of people being gay and trans, it's the same thing. Like, I want to be special. You know, I'm fucking Zimzer Z. Like, I can't be, like, a normal person because I want to be, like... I want to be the main character in the book. That's how a lot of this stuff strikes me. Normal people go through problems. All sorts of people go through problems. Everyone gets anxiety. Like, I think anxiety is like that's like it's a natural reaction to going through some bullshit. Like, I don't know, man. It happens. And, like, a lot of my anxieties help me out as an adult, even if they don't feel like it all the time. It keeps me from making shitty mistakes. I have an anxiety over spending too much money, and, like, I got great savings because of it. Even if I don't make a ton of money, I just don't spend a lot. It works. We're all the same. Yeah, no one's special. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, we all get depressed sometimes. We all get anxious sometimes. We all have things that we can be autistic about. Whatever. I know I'm on the spectrum, but I'm not special. And that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I think everyone can acknowledge these feelings within themselves, and it doesn't elevate you. It just makes you human. Like, yeah, you're human. You had a human experience. Shocking. I don't think less of you for it, but I mean, like, I just don't think you're special either. I don't have an issue with the spectrum. I have an issue with the people that want to take their personality so they can feel special. Yeah. The invaders of Zimzer.
Total dereliction of duty. But the bigger question is this. Why do officers behave in this way? Is it because they have been taught repeatedly to elevate perceptions of ethnic minority communities over the safety of white British people? That sickness contributed to the killings of Ruda Cabana, of Kalakone and Nottingham, and now to Digwa. It is a sickness rooted in the anti-racism agenda.
I'm glad that there's some people calling it out. This UK, they call it Congress, right? This guy down here looks high as shit in this frame. Men's Mental Health Month. Pride Month can go suck lemons when they're elevated all year. Yeah, like, men's mental health does matter, man. I don't know why people try to make it seem like men don't have feelings, or like men can't be suffering from problems when their mods are still in exile. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix that other than we are not all the same. I refuse to be grouped together with DSP. Did Memories of Remy come through? Yeah, I didn't see Tangerine Nights either, or Kebab. Tangerine Kebab, changing his fucking name. Here, let me just restart the kick socket. That doesn't even make sense how some of them... Let me play this dumb bitch again. Or it's not even the dumb bitch talking anymore. That's so rude of me, but, like, my God.
Will the Home Secretary root it out? Will she return to equality before the law for all? And will she say that when it comes to public safety, white lives matter just as much as anyone else's?
Here.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let me say to the...
Why are so many of them standing up? What does it mean? They want to talk?
Gentleman, I don't think this is a moment to pit white Britons against non-white Britons.
I don't think that's not what they're doing. They're not pitting them against them. They're asking you to stop differentiating them and treat everyone equally under the law. I did not hear him calling for anything but just common sense. Am I nuts? Like this lady makes me feel nuts.
To reflect on a horrific tragedy. He knows full well that the IOPC is investigating the conduct of those police officers. It would be wholly inappropriate for a member of this House to seek to preempt an independent investigation into the potential...
Steve, I have feelings. Sometimes I feel hungry, other times I feel tired.
Misconduct of police officers. That IOPC investigation will look at individual conduct, but also what other wider lessons can be learnt from this case. I will personally ensure that all lessons are learnt and indeed acted upon. And let me also say it is a fundamental principle, not just of the British criminal justice system, but who and what we are as a country, that we are all equal before the law of our land. That applies regardless of the colour of your skin.
But again, too, she has such a hopeful... That applies regardless of the colour of your skin. Yeah, by the book, but that's not what's happening in practice. I don't understand why people just why does she just keep repeating that if it's not being shown in the actual actions of the police officers? Isn't that the red flag? If you have such a separation of what's being said and what's being done, hello? She makes me want to pull my fucking hair out. What is going on? What is going on? Ah! That's what's going on. Like, I just don't understand. Again, I've made it clear. I clearly have some conservative values because I'm religious, and religious ends up being on the side of conservatism. You know, I clearly have my beliefs there. But in general, I do want social programming to work. Like, I do think that there's always a lower rung of society that doesn't want to be criminals. They don't want to do drugs. They're just hard on their luck. I think they deserve a chance. You know, things like that. And it just sucks that, like, it's completely been eroded by these types of fucking morons. Like, I just want common sense shit. You know, I do care about people, but I don't want to allow myself to have my heart on my sleeve because I care so much. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like there used to be a logic, and now there's no logic. It's just all emotional pandering, and I just don't understand. I just don't understand. It makes no sense. The left love their slogans, even when they conflict with reality. Again, in her mind, she's excluding whites as being eligible for equal protection under the law. Or she's being obtuse and just ignoring the facts as they exist and just repeating the law as it's written. Like, it's bizarre. She's so full of shit, and she just keeps repeating the lines of the hopes of shaming people into compliance. That really seems to be the way.
That applies whether you're a non-white Brit whose family arrived here 50 years ago or 10 years ago, or if you're a white Brit whose family have been here for about 300 years or more. We are all equal before the law of our land, and we should all support that principle, but not use it so as to pit our citizens against one another. That is not what this moment demands.
What does it even mean when she says words?
Session Lobby.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the Home Secretary for coming to the chamber this afternoon.
It's called tough love. Again, too, I just don't understand. Like, even in the Bible, like, God shows both love and also, like, his fury. Like, it's not always sunshine, lollipops. Like, sometimes, like, discipline needs to happen.
Afternoon, and as many honourable and right honourable members have said, no one can be moved after watching that footage and just seeing a young life being wasted like that. But I think just the inhumane and degrading treatment that Henry had to go through in his last few moments is something that will stay with the family, something that will stay with the family when the news coverage has moved on, something that will stay with the family after those police officers are being prosecuted, because when someone is killed by a murderer who is intent on killing, regardless of your race, it is the families and the communities that have to deal with the long-term impact.
I'm so glad that the black woman is speaking out. What the fuck?
Many of us in this chamber have had to comfort constituents who've lost a family member through knife crime, and this epidemic across the UK has to come to a stop. How is it possible?
Welder Zach, thank you for the gift. The gifted sub on Kick, I appreciate that. Blessed be. Blessed be. Oh, she's a conservative leader? Bless.
That this killer was allowed to roam the streets with a 21-centimetre knife and freely stab someone and then lie. It is really important that we do make sure that this government gets to grips with that. So I want to ask the Home Secretary, as soon as the IOPC conclude and find the findings of this investigation? Will she come back to this House and make sure that the government adequately responds so that we are not back here again having to answer and try to console another family whose life has been taken by knife crime?
Secretary.
I thank my honourable friend. Let me give her that reassurance. I think it is right, whilst the IOPC investigation is taking place, that we give that the space it needs to do its important work, and it would be wholly wrong for ministers to try to preempt what findings might be made in the future. But as soon as those findings are made, I will ensure the government responds.
Paul Holmes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And can I welcome the Home Secretary's statement this afternoon and just say that I think we all in this House need to be careful at our response to what is a sad loss of life of a young man who was going to a vibrant university in a fantastic and welcoming city with the rest of his life supposedly.
All these dang knives, if we just get rid of them, then everyone will get along. It's clearly the knives. The knives drive them crazy. Oh, we just need those knives to go away. And then afterwards, we're going to need the spoons to leave because they keep spooning people's eyes out. Crazy. Then we're going to have to take the forks
Ahead of him. Notwithstanding what the
We're just going to have to start eating all of our meals with our hands. We can't have cutlery.
Secretary has said, and I'm grateful for her saying that the IOPC will receive full resourcing. Has she done any thinking as to what other investigations her department might need to do into the conduct of Hansel Constabulary?
Removal of the thumbs. If all humans have their thumbs removed, they can't hold weapons anymore. Brilliant, Ken Rides. Brilliant. Oh, yes, just cut people. Just give them nubs. What? We don't even need hands. We just need nubs. Why don't you just take off our hands when we're born and we'll have nubs for the rest of our lives, and at most we can kick people, but we can't do harm. No more civilized meals. What about the spoons? The spoons got to go too. Spoons have to go too. You can spoon people's eyes out. We can't have that. Hand circumcision.
Can she confirm whether the officers in question have been suspended pending the investigation? And also, could she outline whether she's currently looking at whether she needs to make changes to the exemptions to carrying knives for religious or cultural purposes?
Home Secretary.
I thank the honourable member for his contribution and his questions. Let me say to him on the question of suspensions, that is a matter for the IOPC because of the way that they make their initial findings and then obviously react to the evidence as.
Oh my God, I can't keep listening to this lady play fucking goalie for the dumbest shit. This is why Britain is cooked. I'm seeing it because these are the people in positions of power playing fucking goalie for criminals. Don't make this about racism. It's not about racism. It's about calling out bullshit. You're the one making it racist because she keeps bringing it back to racism. You notice that? I noticed that. She was the one that kept bringing it up, racism. Fucking ridiculous. Doing the exact same thing that the victim was, like, basically killed by. Just crying racism. Crying racism so that people stop calling out the problem for what it is. That's crazy. It's exactly why the cops failed the boy is what she's doing. I don't know why she doesn't see that. That's a decent British accent. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. I go in and out of things. I don't know. I slipped into a southern accent at one point. I don't know what that had to do with anything. I am crashing the fuck out on her. I can't believe it. I can't believe that she's literally walking in the footsteps of the cops doing the exact same thing and crying racism instead of looking at the problem as it lay. It's fucking ridiculous. And the fact that she doesn't see it is even more obnoxious. There's only so much I can take. It's more than I needed to hear from her. Officer Maggot, go ahead. I'll probably even get paid vacation. Shorter. We have no plan of changing the reason this happened. Dude, for real. That's what it feels like. I want to get to the Lego story. I do need to go to the washroom really quick, though. And also, too, strikes are happening in Lebanon. And, like, Hezbollah is involved. I understand. It makes sense with this happening right now, and then the timing of Hassan Piker getting banned from the UK when he's spoken out in support of Hezbollah. Kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense. Just crazy. Pretty sure she's a commie. Ha! I would say so. And again, too, there's just this thing happening everywhere where leftism is just being overrun with communism. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's about. I think it's because people are ultra desperate, cost of living is up, and communism in the books gets a lot of people hopeful. But we all know that communism in practice never works. So it's like, that's the pickle. And like, I do feel bad. The fact that that's what these politicians are gunning on. They're gunning on people's desperation. They're hoping that they make a mistake in their time of desperation and give them the power that they want. Like, that's what it feels like to me, at least, with my tinfoil hat on. Like, and again, like, Mamdani did it. He's like, I'm going to give you guys more affordable groceries. And he didn't really talk about the lasting effects of, like, what groceries run by the government can have on a society. He didn't give anyone, there was no, like, this could happen and I'll make sure that, I don't kill local businesses. He just said none of that. He didn't give a fuck. Like, he's just, like, lying to people, getting their hopes up. They're desperate. They're like, I want cheaper groceries. They don't think of the lasting effects. They're just thinking in the now because they're desperate. And did they actually implement that? It turns out that money doesn't grow on trees and he can't even do it right away because he's got to get the money together to even start it. Go figure. On paper, it's great until you include human nature. Yup. And it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't know how you get that out of politics when, again, people are just so desperate. But this is what I was seeing. Yeah, the strikes continue in southern Lebanon after Trump has a heated call with Netanyahu. Hezbollah. Lebanon clashes. High-stakes talks between Israel and Lebanon are taking place in the U.S. State Department after an Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah and the Israeli military continue to trade strikes overnight. Lebanese authority says Hezbollah agreed to a U.S. proposal for ceasefire with Israel, in which strikes on Beirut would stop. I think that it's not shocking that Hassan Piker, like Hezbollah's like #1 fan, didn't like the Houthis, who are like a chain of Hezbollah, that's the ones he called fucking Luffy from One Piece. You're just like Luffy. You're just like Luffy. No wonder they don't want him over there. Interesting. They lost $1 billion in subway fares in New York City and decided to increase tax by $5 million to make up for it. The math is not mathing. Even before he said that he was going to give free public transit to people, the subway system was already operating at a loss. Like, it cost more than it did in terms of, like, what it earned. And he was like, you know how we're going to solve this? We're going to make it free and incur even more of a deficit. Sick, yo. Sick. Sick ideas, yo. Look at the Shining Path group from Peru. They massacred an entire village and don't believe in human rights. Oh, God. The pandemic taught me most people just follow orders and listen to the narrative. Seems that way. Most people are just, like, busy with their lives, and they don't really look to the news, or they don't really, like, they're so busy dealing with their family or their friends or loved ones. They maybe they're, like, kids or going to school. Like, they're just not paying attention to all the details. They're too busy. Just crazy. I feel so bad for normal people in the Beirut. That's shit's gotta suck. Yeah. I need to go to the washroom. I gotta take a break for a second. Most people can't afford to be perpetually online. It's okay. I can take the heat. It's true. It's true. Oh, damn. Not to, like, take people away from my own show, but Banana Juju and Leaflet are on the Side Scrollers podcast today. I guess I'm there tomorrow, huh? That's something. That's fun. Let me find a Where does the time go? Where does it go? Not to mention there's a bunch of videos avoiding pay for subway tickets. Oh yeah, like just jumping the turn. What? How come I can't think of their name all of a sudden? Turnstills? Like Melanie Mac? I can't stand Blab's voice. No! I loved Blab. I mean, that's okay. I mean, I can't stand my own voice. Sometimes there's some voices people can't stand. I get it. Sometimes I've clicked... I can't stand... Like, there's a lot of VTubers that do it. And it's not that I don't find... Like, I'll be fine with them as a person, and I think their content is fine, but the voice, I can't stand it. There's a lot of, like, little kid voices, and I'm like, I don't get it. That always kind of gave me the ick. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Never liked it. That's just me, though. And I know some people do like it, but for whatever reason, it just, like, turns me off. I don't know. A turnstile, thank you. I think it's normal. I think, yeah, it's normal. Like, some people will listen to me. Like, I've gotten people who've listened to me, and they're like, you know, they make fun of me, and like, whatever. It is what it is. People are going to have different opinions. People have different genres that they like. Well, I will watch Side Scrollers tomorrow. Then you're doing your own show as well, or no? I'll probably like play games like my Nuzlocke or something, or maybe I'll do an art stream afterwards. But yeah, they start around 12 o'clock, so like it usually. So then yeah, I'll probably just do theirs because it's only like 2 hours, and then I will move on. Blabs, whoa! We got some. One says Blabs is a sweetheart. Blabs is an idiot. I don't know. She seemed really nice. I liked her. I found her to be cute. She can be both. She was charming, I would say. But again, I understand. Everyone's got different preferences. Do 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 do. Okay, I don't know why. That one pisses me off too much. I can't do that. Oh my god. Blabs is the best. She knows games. Slabs has hit her hag years. Hey, 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 I'll have none of that. It's okay to be 30 years old. Blabs is my 5th favorite white girl. Look it. I just saw this on my feed, and I think this is what the chat needs right now. Just like Fritter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter how warm the water is. Fritter is always shaking in the tub. Like, what are you doing to me? Is that a hot dog? I think it's a squeaking hot dog. Oh, he's getting used to it. Drinking the water. It's cute. Free me, Father. Free me, Father. I beg for freedom. Taco. Still shaking. Shaking Taco. Wiener dog all puppy. I see you are a woman of culture. Thank you. It's tiny. Fritter does the same thing. Like, he'll have a warm bath. I put him in a towel. He's just shaking. He's just shaking like, what have you done to me? You've killed me. Aww. Tiny puppy. I want a dog now. I want another. I already have 5. I have 4 dogs. I don't need a 5th one. But when I watch videos like this, I want another one. My sausage was that small once. Now he's a girthy old man. I didn't have Fritter as a puppy. In Atlas, he was like 3.5, 4 months old when I got him. He's shaking like Chair Sama. Oh, it's nap time already. That was a big event. Getting a bath was a big deal. It's already nap time. Heavy sleep. Heavy sleep. Shit. Get a 6th dog. Oh, AO. I'm a sucker for adoptions. Like, I don't know. As much as it's fun to have a puppy, there's so many dogs that, like, need adoption. The sausage looks burnt. No, burnt nugget. Yo, burnt little nugget. Anyways, that's a palate cleanse. There's a palate cleanse. Puppy. Puppy. Oh. That's a pretty crazy one. I can't imagine why this... No. Wait, okay, wait, one more. Can crabs even eat this? He's giving a crab an onion ring. Shut the fuck up. No! Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Do it. Rub the other eye. Get it. Start eating it already. What are you doing walking around? Crabs are assholes. Nom 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 nom. La 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 la. I like when it uses its little grabby hands to eat. There we go. Yeah, boy. Nibble on that. Suck on that, boy. Slowly moving in for the feast. Crabs can eat almost anything. It makes sense. Makes sense. Bottom feeders and all that. He barely eats it. Nom 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 nom. He's got enough food for the rest of the week. Nom nom nom. Nom nom nom. I love the way they eat. It's so funny. What funny little creatures. Such funny, delicious little creatures. I love eating crab. I love eating crab. I like lobster. I like seafood in general. I like fish. I don't really give a fuck. Call them insects of the sea. I'm still gonna eat that shit. I'm gonna eat shrimp. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Alright. Suspect rams into Twulpa's car, then escapes. Ends badly. Big shock. I'm gonna let this play. I'm gonna go to the washroom real quick. And by real quick, I mean not very quick at all. Mother's got things to do. Crabs will eat people and even their own. Yeah, they're metal as fuck. I was about to say tasty too. By the way, you missed my kicks. No! I'm so sorry. I don't know why Chair Sama's not running today. Husbanus must have her down. She hasn't picked up people's kicks. She hasn't picked up nothing. Oh my goodness. Me, when I say I like my food, my mom made daw. Whoops. Just making sure I've seen everything now. I'm clicking around. Ninus loves the sea bugs. I do. I do. I like to eat food. I just like foofada. Anyways, be right back.
You serious? In policing, you come to find there are some people who are willing to risk it all. And sometimes risking it all means running from the police. And if risking it all means running from the police and ramming a police car, you just might get that. This is one of those.
Arkansas 107, Union Lincoln 0 107, ULZ. Display on the white, Ford F-150. Your L&M Lane and 2060.
Number 1, F-150, December 20, Sheila Gordon, Line.
Hello, Triple A Arkansas State Police for your SIP expired tag, okay? Got your driver's license and registration entry.
What I like is obviously we saw him print the vehicle, and a lot of people ask, well, what does that mean when they print the vehicle? So if the vehicle ends up taking off and it's recovered someplace else, you can tell if the officer had the encounter with the vehicle. The other thing is when I see that tapping on the window, and I've seen it many times when I approach on the passenger side, the driver is startled, they look up, and it's because they don't necessarily know that the officer is there. As an officer, you prefer to have tactical advantage of them not knowing that you've arrived to the vehicle.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Okay. You have your driver's license on you? Nope. You have ID? Are you still suspended? What? Are you still suspended?
So he said, are you still suspended? So he must know who the person is. This is interesting because as policing, you encounter people that you know quite frequently. You can recognize their vehicle. You can even recognize the person sometimes as you drive by them.
Go ahead and send me next 1011 for that vehicle. Okay, 21 County. You got a dealer run.
Go ahead.
Arkansas 928. 890-290, 928-890-290.
Returns to Joseph Van Camp. DL is expired. It expired in 2011 and is also suspended. He's got numerous suspensions and no insurances for the last few years. DUIs. Is a probationer and does have no search waiver is on file. Those numbers.
So you heard the returns come back from dispatch when he ran the driver, expired and suspended driver license, and it looks like the registration and the plates are expired as well. So this guy got himself into a situation.
Step out of the vehicle right now. I just told you. Step out or I'm going to remove you. Step out or I'm going to remove you.
Are you serious? Hot Springs. You just ran me. Hey! Hey! You just ran my unit. You took off.
Misdemeanor to felony stupid. Ramming a police car, absolutely insane.
Negative 237. Eastbound 26. Passing Richardson Road. He's throwing stuff out on me. Turn on the road off of 26.
We're close to Fair Road.
It's
an unknown marked road.
Very hard to give your location when you have units to respond to you when you go off on these dirt roads. And I think you heard him say some side of dirt road or something like that. That is incredibly dangerous because you wonder if the person is trying to lure you into some area or some space to assault or attack you.
Get out of your vehicle! Hot Springs just backed into me again. We're on Hill Road now. Negative, turning west on 26. Turn to Harrison Chapel.
Right, Dave, you don't want to be aware he's on Harrison Chapel.
Turn back on Hill Road.
Harrison Chapel now. Hill Road.
I really like that this trooper, in spite of all of this madness that's going on, he's still given location, so he's tactically and technically proficient. He knows his area. In these back roads, it's just really interesting. This is kind of like what you see from like the Dukes of Hazzard on these back dirt roads and the car jumping up and jarring like that. It's actually incredibly dangerous. Neck, back injuries in the midst of a pursuit.
293.
Did it work? Did they get away from the police? It never works.
We're going behind the chapel. Traffic.
Hey! Get him, boys! Oh, no, you are not. You ain't not backing up into the police officer. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? They're gonna pit you for sure. Oh, it's over.
I think the suspect is trying to make the airbag deploy onto the trooper.
Oh, that's what's going on. What a fucking loser. I had figured. I thought maybe, I was like, you trying to take his radiator out? Like, they always have like a, I don't know, like a bumper on these things, but that makes sense. Yeah, he's trying to deploy the airbags. I got chocolate. I got like a little chocolate, some sort of little Italian chocolate in a wrapper for my misery. That's the third time they've done it. It's like the fourth time.
Sounds like a supervisor said, do what you gotta do to stop him. Something like that.
The cops just been given permission to do bumper cars. Do what you gotta do to stop them. Whatever. Fuck yeah. That was amazing. I liked how moments after being told, do whatever you want, he fucking rams the guy. That's amazing. I love that. He let the demons win. He was like, I just want to ram him.
We're still off. We should be tying into Cattle Gap. Correction, County Road 586.
Get him! Get him, boy! Oh, yeah?
Shot fired.
So we just saw the trooper engage the suspect with fire. Shooting a firearm, a hand, it is incredibly loud. I am sure he did not have time to put ear protection in, and he fired off multiple rounds at the suspect. The trooper has to do all of the stuff that he's doing, exit his vehicle, engage the suspect vehicle, fire off the rounds, reholster, and then start to go after the suspect again while his hearing is definitely going to be ringing. Really, really interesting.
Me, sir.
We are in the bang bang zone now.
We're running a bunch of back roads.
Yeah, cop cars are literally made for ramming. That's why I was like, I'm so confused. Like, what's this guy trying to do?
I don't know where we're at.
You can see the upper 2 points of his, like, I don't know, his, like, front bumper.
He does not appear to be hit. We should be tying into County Road 580.
Pursuit of this length is really, really strange. And big city, but pursuits don't necessarily last this long, especially through back roads because big cities don't have them. But to be in this rural area waiting for backup has got to be nerve-wracking. It makes a big city officer like myself have a lot more respect for the troopers and deputies who have to wait that long for backup. If I was in a situation like this, I would have another unit with me within less than a minute.
Should be turning on that County Road now. Temple. Right, Richardson Road. Actually, we were on Richardson. Should be on Richardson.
I don't know why he thinks he's gonna win in a ramming fight with fucking cops. And I also, like, after shots have been hit with your back window, you really want to slow down again and see what happens. But again, like, you don't have, you're clearly not that clever to be this criminal. But, like, you know what I mean? Just, it's, wow. What a dumb fucking individual.
Make sure Pike County units are using A-Win. I think he has a county radio in there.
I don't know what this guy thinks he's doing.
So at this point, if the suspect is driving in this manner, if he's, it doesn't seem like it was a shot.
Just crazy. I don't know where this guy thinks he's going.
We'll be tying into 26. We're going to be tying into
Call the county monster truck.
Turn left on 26. Eastbound towards Antoine.
Oh, this is where you fuck up, though, because now he's got you on speed. There's no way. In every cop car, they generally, like, upgrade.
He looks like he's trying to avoid being pitted. And when he weaves over like that, and he's trying to avoid the trooper matching him.
Speeds are 90. He's not letting me get a good position to bid.
So when I talk about him trying to avoid being pitted, so he doesn't want the trooper to match his speed
we
and then
see.
spin
We
him
have
out. But what
eyeballs.
he's doing,
We have
100 miles
eyeballs.
per hour. Always
We
known
have
the
eyeballs.
ability to get out of
That's
safety
okay.
warning, especially under these circumstances.
I just want to see the chase. I get it, some people might need that described, but I think we all understand. He's going in the middle of the road, and then he can't pin him. Oh, you made a mistake, boy! There we go. Run! Oh, you are in trouble.
Just took off on foot. Poor boy.
Hey!
Well, you guys on foot.
Come here! Don't move! Put your fucking hands up now!
Stand out, we're just trying.
Put your fucking hands up now! 21 Hot Springs, send me units out here. I got 4 people out here. Put my fucking truck! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your fucking... Get out of the way!
He actually does have a graze on the back of the neck? Are you kidding me?
Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
Listen, please.
Get out of the way!
It's a crime it's off camera right now. He sounds like such a little bitch. Why do these people always end up sounding like such little bitches when they get pulled out? You think they'd be all tough and stuff? Little bitches. Every time.
Get out of the way, ma'am.
Listen,
ma'am.
you're not gonna do it.
Poor boy's towing. Get out of the way.
He's been
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Lady, get
Get out of the way.
I've got
Get out of the way.
Lady, get out of the way.
Get on the ground.
Is this like his family home? What the? Lena, get out of the way. What is going on over there? I want to know. So it's like, what a crazy budget saver. This is like if you were doing animation, you ran out of budget, so you just face the camera somewhere else. Yeah, this must be his house.
Get on the ground. Put your hands on your back.
Get on the ground, please.
Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back.
Please, please.
Please, please, please.
Stop.
Quit.
Stop.
Let me look at your neck.
Stop.
Let me look at your
I'm
neck.
gonna get
Going 26 towards D-Line. He's right there full middle going. Probably just a few miles on your left. Air Road, ATRE.
Come here, what? Come here.
Yeah, this seems to be his house, and he does seem to have some sort of... He did get shot in the neck. I wonder if it grazed him or what.
Ma'am, back up. Back up.
Maybe it's a friend's house.
What did I tell you?
Back up. Back up.
Do you want
Back up. Back up. Back up.
What
Back
is
up
going
now.
on?
Back up.
It's okay. You have to do it.
Back up.
I got you stuck in my
Back up.
motherfucking house. Hey,
Back up.
listen to me.
Back up.
Show I will never see. I skimmed it.
Fucking back, you motherfucker. Huh? Stop.
State troopers don't use body cams.
I can't get
So it looks like he drove to a family member's house or maybe his own house, but there are people there that know him, and the trooper by himself initially is having to try to take this guy into custody.
In the back of the neck. Ambulance is coming out, check you out. Make sure ambulance check him out.
I missed the kicks. I didn't see them. I didn't. Yanuka, you sent me kicks. All the kicks. Winter Soldier gave me kick. I've been getting kicked this whole time. If you get home and touch the front door, they have to let you go. Yeah, you're home free. Home free, baby. Thank you, Yanuka, for the kicks. I will put them in my pocket. I will take these kicks. So many options.
He's ran me, man. He full force ran me.
Okay. All right, as long as you're all right.
Hot Springs, you do have EMS coming, correct?
Kick isn't showing your comments. Why is it doing that? It's the weird. Some of them are coming through. I see Ken Rides, but not everyone. Like, what? What is this?
Yes, sir. Pike County, we got EMS coming.
10-4. What's their ETA?
21. They're saying about a 45-minute ETA. Their truck was leaving out of Bassett.
He seems to be okay with my adrenaline. Just have them going in an emergency.
I don't know if you caught that, but the trooper asked for EMS, emergency medical services, and he asked for an ETA, estimated time of arrival, and the response was 45 minutes. Officer involved possible GSW got wound, and it was a 45-minute response time, which shows that working by yourself in these rural areas, how long it takes to get backup and any other type of services, it's a really different model of policing. You got to take your hat off to them to be able to do this kind of stuff by themselves.
One, give me a call and get a chance. Not sure. He said he appears to be okay right now, but he's able to come to emergency. Check him out. I'll let you know the whole time. 21, do I need to have a helicopter launch for any reason? Pike County's asking.
So this is really interesting because at this point, this is a crime scene. I mean, a very large crime scene. An officer involved, or sometimes referred to as OIS, is one of the most investigated types of situations. There are going to be multiple agencies likely involved in this. And that trail that they took is a crime scene, especially where the trooper discharges, because they got to look for impacts to make sure it didn't hit someone's trailer that's out there or some hunter or something like that. And also they're going to look for shell casings and the location of the impacts to find out exactly where those rounds impacted. So this is a long, drawn out, intense process. The criminalistics element is something that just starts now.
Yeah, I didn't see no injuries on this guy. I told the Pike County to go and take him to jail.
So that trooper
Rumble wasn't showing your chats? Why is everything broken today? I see Stewie's Rumble chat. I think Kick is broke today. Just not the mods. It's so weird.
that came in frame, that's the trooper that was involved in it. Body language just reads adrenaline dump. I mean, that's like a dream thing in policing, or nightmare, however you want to look at it. Pursuit, getting rammed, discharging your foot pursuit, family there. I mean, just throw everything in the mix that possibly can happen, and then you got to do it by yourself.
I'm sorry, man. This is an active scene. I can't.
That's my dad just lived down there.
Okay. Do you mind waiting a little bit? You can
What
wait over
happened
there
to this
for parking lot.
fucker?
It's fine.
What
I'll
did he
just
get?
call him. I just saw the thing and it scared me.
Is he gonna say what he got?
But I just want to make sure he was
The original video is pinned in the description, and I'm going to read off it. So I don't have the actual report, but it says that the suspect was arrested for multiple counts: aggravated assault, I'm guessing that's for the ramming, fleeing, criminal mischief, unauthorized use of property. So this is one of those situations where you find a trooper by himself having to handle this incredibly complex criminal action by a person who commits multiple felonies that started from a misdemeanor. If you know a person who would do something like this, this is definitely a video that they should see, because this does not end well. This could have ended up much, much worse, considering that he put the trooper's life in danger. He was engaged with, and fortunately he wasn't hit. When you see this type of rural policing, it makes you see a different type of policing. And I'd like to shout out those rural cops who have to do this kind of stuff by themselves. I've never had to experience that. The resources that I had available to me were immense. Most big city police have that. So there's some rural officer working.
No, they look so dumb, and they like loop around the back of the skull, the back of the cranium. I've never understood them. Man, like, why are we letting them look like doofuses? They look like doofuses with those on. I don't like it. It's hard to take them seriously when you look like that. But maybe that's just our bigotry speaking. All right, let's get down in doity. Let's get down in doity with this here Lego conspiracy. I meant to talk about this yesterday, but I didn't get to it yesterday because it's quite difficult to explain. Because it's one of those stories that when you go through it at points, you're just like, is that really just what I read? Is that really what I just understood from this situation? And yes, this is just about as retarded as it sounds. But, you know, when greed is involved, like, just dumb shit happens all the time. Da-da-da. The police were in on it. Israel was in on it. Donald Trump was in on it. All of the usual suspects were at fault here. The home base mentality is stupid. Watch too many shows thinking cops can't enter without a warrant. Dude, yeah, that's so funny. Like, if they have probable cause, they're coming in. Like, I'm sorry. And like, yeah, following you home from a police chase is one of them. It's amazing. Those hats don't work while driving, too. Yeah, it's so crazy. Hello, booty hole cat. Why, hello, fat cat tuxedo. Looking very handsome and dapper today. Believe it or not, those hats protect from the elements, and that strap holds it on your head if properly placed. Yeah, but you look like a doofus. I wear hats too, but I just don't wear them like that. YouTuber starts a cult and is raided by police in attempt to recover an old man's Star Wars Lego collection. Reckless Ben is hoping to recover $200,000 worth of Star Wars Lego sets allegedly stolen by a toy chain in a consignment deal gone wrong. Brian Mansell and his father had been collecting Star Wars Lego sets since 2000, a bounty Mansell estimates is worth $200,000 in value. As his father experienced health complications, Mansell consigned the collection to Bricks and Minifigs, a popular chain of Lego specialty stores. When the store changed ownership, new managers claimed full ownership, locking the Mansells out with pricey litigation. YouTuber Reckless Ben Schneider hopped some Nathan, for you style shenanigans and dressing like the Marvel villain arcade would help the Mansell's out. Instead, it's opened a surreal cross-state can of Huts. Instead. Oh, I see. They're making funny ha-has. Can of Huts?
This man spent his life collecting what's now known as the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection ever. It's estimated to be worth around $200,000. And then the entire thing got stolen, and the police are actively working with the thieves to cover the entire thing up. But the craziest part is that the collector doesn't even know that his collection's been stolen. Yeah, the collector's son, Brian, well, he reached out to me because he has no clue how to break this news to his dad.
At this point, my father had a health episode. We can't bring any stress to him.
The reason he's reaching out to me is because the police are covering this entire thing up. And at this moment, I promised Brian that I would not end this video until I get his entire world record Star Wars collection back. But anyways, the thief of this collection is actually a corporation called Bricks and Minifigs.
Bricks and Minifigs, the biggest toy store of its kind.
Is the largest toy store.
Bricks and Minifigs were not just your average Lego store.
For collectors, Bricks and Minifigs is basically seen as the best and safest way to sell your Lego collections.
I'm selling my Legos. So what I'm planning to do with them is take them to my local Bricks and Minifigs.
Because there's so much positive media about them everywhere, Brian thought that this would be the perfect store to finally sell his dad's Lego Star Wars collection.
So I wrote up a contract.
In the contract, it says that these are still the family's Lego sets, but every time one gets sold, the store gets to keep a small percentage of each sale.
This was a store's worth of inventory. So that store that day was
He like left these like blur masks running? What is this?
nothing but my dad's collection. Like all the shelves filled. They had to bring in extra shelves and filled the whole party room with shelves.
But the owner of the franchise, this woman, well, her husband had to actually leave the country due to some work-related reasons.
My husband and I were planning on moving out of the country. I reached out to corporate to let them know, hey, this is something that's coming up in the next like 4 to 5 months.
She told the Bricks and Minifigs head corporation that she was planning on selling the store, so the corporation actually was able to find a buyer to buy it from her.
They let me know that they had somebody who was interested in purchasing a franchise in the area. He was going to be in town and he was going to stop by and just take a look at it. It wasn't until Brandon got there that he informed me that they were terminating my franchise agreement. We were getting threats from Brandon and from corporate that if we didn't leave the store immediately, the police were going to be called. I told corporate I wasn't comfortable leaving that night without the inventory. I was also told I was not going to be able to stay there long enough to do that inventory.
But we don't just have to take this woman's word for it. She was actually able to save all the security camera footage from that night, proving that everything she just said is true.
All the footage and evidence is there. In the security cam footage, it's him at the store kicking her out. In that footage they sent us is Crystal asking him, how am I supposed to pay this guy? These are sets he has not been paid for.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. He's taking on the business, he takes on all that, can't sign that part of it.
His own corporation is sitting there on video saying they're going to take it.
After this woman got kicked out of her own store, she called Brian explaining how corporate just came down and is now trying to take the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection without paying for it.
I like don't even understand, like, how is this even possible? How does that even, like, they had, like, I just can't imagine what the, like, when you have a franchise like that they're able to kick the other owners out like that, and there's, like, you've clearly signed paperwork allowing this type of thing to happen if they see fit, like, but then they also get everything. I just wonder what kind of, I'm already stuck on just thinking about what kind of agreement these people had signed to even have this happen in the first place. Like, what the fuck? Someone should reach out to Lego and the FBI. In another video this guy has about this situation, he villainizes my church, basically saying that my whole church is corrupt. Why does he say that? So they stole all the stock? Yeah, apparently. This seems like a lot. I mean, like $200,000, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of money, but to get like a whole police force involved and like all the, like, that doesn't even make sense. They've got the law on their side. That's so weird. It's a GameStop for Legos. That is so weird. So they originally consigned the Lego sets in 2023. Bricks and Minifigs even bragged on socials about the incredible collection. The initial franchise owner was planning to move, telling corporate about her interest in selling the location instead of merely passing on the store to the new owner. Her contract was abruptly terminated and she was forced out of the business prematurely. Yeah, there's a contract since it's like not their franchise. Hoping that the Mansells wouldn't be screwed out of their collection, that owner provided copies of the consignment contract and security footage that suggests the deal would be respected. Instead, every attempt to collect has flushed the Mansells down the corporate loopholes, with staff even threatening to call police if Brian ever set foot in the store. That's where Schneider arrives. While Facebook posts riled up locals, it hadn't resulted in returning the Mansells collection. Over the course of multiple feature-length videos, Schneider unleashes a grievance campaign against the Kaiser, Oregon franchise, and Bricks and Minifigs management. He and his team set up parroting rival businesses, hold lottery raffles, trick staff into signing concessionary statements, and even establish a Lego cult to start a revolt within the existing staff. Mischief with the simple goal of baiting corporate into suing back, being dragged into court instead of ponying up to kick off the case and presenting that theft allegations before the judge. If that doesn't work, but it's not to say that things couldn't get weirder. What the fuck? The story goes way deeper than just Legos. I'm confused. Did he sell them and not get paid? So yeah, that's what's going on. So a guy came in and he was selling his whole collection, and that night someone came in and kicked the franchise owners out, securing that collection now, and it was never paid out or really fully what is it? When you take note of everything. She even said it. Not categorized. Like just documented. Like all of the items weren't even fully documented and taken note of. So, and like that's what's going on. And then apparently like when the cops are on the side of the thieves. It's a consignment store for Legos. It happened in Oregon. Yeah, but you've got it. Throughout the video, Schneider visits Bricks and Minifigs CEO and absurd mustache owner Amon McNeff. The hijinks and a wacko crap eventually grind him down to agreeing to return the Lego sets on the condition that Mandel apologizes, which Schneider's teams believe is an attempt to waive liability. When he serves summons that Minifigs appear to believe are pranks, it runs the clock, forcing the franchise to be confronted. With that victory in sight, the Oregon store simply shuttered. In a second video, Schneider heads to Utah, where McNeff and corporate are located, only to be raided by local police in the more tightly knit state. Ooh. As of this writing, Mandel has still not recovered his collection, but the video series will certainly stir up the hive in some. The company has put up a response saying that they have no responsibility to respect previous consignment, beg Lego fans not to rally around viral posts, and assure that they do not participate in the exploitation of anyone, especially older adults. That's so funny, but they have the fucking video footage proving otherwise. The fuck? Ah, Utah. That's crazy. I am in some serious legal trouble right now, Schneider said in the video. Just know that I will not stop this mission until we get every single Lego back to its rightful owner. That's fine, but I don't think it means you get to just claim ownership of the consigned property. The owner still owns it until it's sold. The company has put up a response saying they have no responsibility to respect previous consignment. Yeah. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is kind of the responses you'd expect. Dang, I'd go to a Bricks and Minifigs in New Jersey sometimes to pick up parts. I know that they're franchised, but if corporate insists on stealing these, I can't see myself going back. Utah is like Mars. Money! They exploded the fuck out of this guy. It has nothing to do with the Church of the Jesus of Latter-day Saints. The members involved are members, but they are a minority. I didn't hear anything about a church yet. What is this? Steve I Am with a 2 and a link. What's the link? This link.
Corporate Bricks and Minifigs sent out an email to all of their lower franchises, basically instructions on how to deal with our documentary we made about them. And we got a hold of this email. The email leaked online.
And now we're just gonna read through this. I haven't seen this at all, so. Dear franchisees, as most of you are aware, our network is currently facing a coordinated negative PR attack stemming from a former franchisee's consignment dispute in Salem, Oregon. A YouTuber, Reckless Ben, has released multiple videos amplifying this narrative, which has unfortunately led to harassment calls, review bombing, and store disruptions across our network.
So right away, I like how they say it's coordinated.
They're like, damn it, how dare you not let us get away with crime? We were just doing a crime until you had to go ahead and notice it. Let us rip off this old man in peace. Don't you understand? He's got health problems, so he can't even address this. He's the perfect victim to our crime. Stop looking. Look away. We made good money off of this. They've probably already sold a bunch of it. Like, what the fuck?
They're saying like, oh, all the big streamers are working together now, and like all these people that are talking about it, that's all a big conspiracy against us.
So he goes to a franchise Lego.
Is that guy wearing a dress? What is he wearing? What, I see his boxers. I can't help but judge what is going on here. It looks like he's wearing a skirt. I can see his boxers, and he's got like an oversized pink. Why is he dressed like this? What is going on? Now everyone is suing everyone? Why not just take them to court? I wonder. Maybe they're too young to understand.
That's all a big conspiracy against us.
So he goes to a franchise Lego store in Salem, Kaiser, Oregon. It's called Bricks and Minifigs.
Them stealing multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Legos from at least Brian. And a video by Reckless Ben, political corruption company stealing $200K from an old man.
The reality of the situation, though, is that
Nothing fucking pisses me off more than people scamming old people going through health problems. My dad got scammed multiple times. There was a guy who my dad paid for a scooter, like an electric scooter, and it was like $9,700, and the guy never gave him the scooter. And I've tried to go after him with the police, but the police like never get back to me because it's apparently like not high enough priority for the police. Like I don't really even know what I'm supposed to do from Florida. It's ridiculous. And like, how do you sue someone? It's like $9,700. Like you don't want to spend more than it costs to go after him. It's gay. I fucking hate the whole thing. It was called Dragon E-Bikes and Scooters or whatever. Fuck them. Fuck all the people involved. And then what else? I had my dad, like a hot water heater company came in and scammed my dad. It's obnoxious. I can't stand this shit. This is what happens.
Minifigs did such a terrible thing that a lot of people
like I hope these people will give back the Legos or like see the consequences. Like I'd love to see this store just slowly shutter its doors because no one wants to support them anymore because they're fucking being gross
about it.
Exactly.
Like,
what the hell?
Yeah, it's not like we're all coordinating to take down Bricks and Minifigs. It's just Bricks and Minifigs does such an evil action that everyone on the internet wants to weigh in. Oh, wait, one more thing. I forgot to address where we're at right now. So we are definitely in America. As you can see behind me, we are
small claims, but I can't be there. Like, I would still need someone to represent me in small claims court. I don't know what to do. And I'm pretty sure, like, there's, like, a limit where I can even pursue him. Like, and I don't know what to do about it. And like, I've just been jerked around by the police anytime I've tried to contact them. And again, like, I don't think they take me seriously because I'm in Florida. Like, I don't know what to do. I can only give you my fucking cell phone number. That's a Florida number. But yeah, it gets way crazier.
In St. Louis, Kansas City, basically we found out that if you have a warrant for your arrest and you flee the country, it's actually super illegal.
Exactly. We're 100% not in Mexico at all right now.
As you can see, and you can tell exactly where we are by the background, the arch in the background. We want to give everyone a clear recap of exactly what corporate is doing behind the scenes to protect you guys, what we can expect regarding a life cycle of this situation, and how we can work together as a team to move on from this defense to offense. No longer are we just going to try to defend our actions. We're going to try and take Reckless Ben down.
Dang.
So now we have the leaked
who fled to Mexico?
Documents of how they plan on taking me down.
While we will not litigate this matter in the media, we are taking aggressive action behind the scenes.
Why not do it in the media, you know? If they have nothing to hide and they actually are the innocent ones, why not do it in the public? Because then if they make it public, the public will see that they have nothing to hide, or they're gonna do it behind the scenes because they know that they're only suing us in order to silence us. Oh, keep going. Sorry,
all right. Corporate was not involved in this specific local consignment issue.
Wait.
Yeah, I've noticed that their laptop stand is just some concrete bricks.
Don't we have them on video saying they're going to be taking the consignment over?
He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment liability.
That person on the phone is actually one of the people from the corporate offices that says, we are taking over the consignment now. This is a corporate issue.
Is Reckless Ben a retard who's not really helping? I'm wondering about that. It's good that he got the story out there and now it's gone viral. And that's about it. I can't really, I mean, you can tell he's younger. Very stream of thought. I don't really know what this is doing to help anyone but I guess himself, by saying that all he did was point out the problem. He wasn't really going after minifigs necessarily. He was going after the fact that they scammed an old man. And I mean, again, I still respect that he's doing, you know, he's brought attention to an old man being scammed that otherwise no one would have heard about. Reckless Ben fled to Mexico because he was being targeted by the scammer, and the scammer was using the police to do it. What the fuck? Yeah, that's weird and like corrupt and makes no sense. What is going on? They have like the police helping the scammer, even though, again, there's video evidence of the consignment happening and like no money being paid out. So weird. He does seem like a bit of an idiot. Yeah. Definitely not content I'd usually be watching. Audio and video is low. I think. Oh yeah. Whoops. I turned it down.
Is corporate lying to their franchisees right now?
Corporate was not involved in this specific local consignment issue, and we are holding firm on the facts.
I kind of feel bad for the franchise owners here because it's like we are showing so much evidence of these things that are happening, and then corporate's saying, hey, all this evidence, you can't believe it because we have the facts. We're not gonna show you the facts, but we have the facts. And now as a franchise owner, you have to think, okay, do I believe the side with all the evidence and get fired? Because if they take our side with the evidence, then they get fired. Or do I just take the side that claims they have the facts but don't have the facts, and then this way I don't get fired? Yeah, so corporate's kind of putting all their franchises in a really bad situation right now, and it kind of sucks because it's like, I actually like Bricks and Minifigs. I think there's a lot of innocent franchises out there that didn't do anything, but
they raided his house with weapons drawn. What the fuck? Like, yeah, again, he's young. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Is it the woman in me? He's clearly still younger. He's learning. You know what I mean? I know he's obnoxious. I can see it too, but he's also young. You know, his channel's under 1 million subs. Like, he's a... there's still a chance he might grow into a better content creator over time. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that there's some people in the audience that don't really like him. And again, like, it's not so much about him, but the content he's covering that we're interested in. Because I saw even too, like, someone like exited the chat and was like, I'm out. Like, I can't stand this. Like, I don't know why people feel the need to be like that. If you're not interested in content I'm watching, that's fine. You can leave. But, like, you don't need to announce your exit. Lots of people are interested in the story. I'm interested in watching it, and I'm interested in what's going on because of the police corruption. I apologize if he isn't your flavor. You know, like, I don't know. I can't help it. But, again, I do like that he brought... You do have to take, you know, some respect in that, like, if he never brought this to light, you know, I know, like, a lot of big content creators now have covered this story, and, you know, hopefully this man doesn't get scammed. I hope, you know, I don't know what health problems this old man has, but I hope this is solved before, God forbid, he, like, passes away. And it's so heartbreaking. He built this whole collection up with his son, and, you know, I feel so bad for the son in this position. I'm sure he feels, like, partly responsible, and, you know, I hope this gets solved, and hopefully this kid doesn't get fucking offed by the police. That also would be good. Yeah.
We don't care about our franchises. We're going to screw over all our franchises. It kind of sucks that corporate's doing that, and we're trying to help corporate do the right thing right now so the innocent franchises don't get screwed.
Ben did kind of end up harassing the guy in Utah who's the store owner, but, I mean, didn't he steal $200,000 worth of minifigs?
But corporate's just screwing everything up for these innocent franchises right now by doing this. Law enforcement and federal involvement, we are actively working and sharing records with local police, Oregon State Police, the FBI, and USPIS. So,
make sure you clean your butt properly, Minya. My goodness.
Basically, Bricks and Minifigs is getting the FBI involved. Legal action. Our legal team is preparing direct claims and seeking a TRO, a temporary restraining order, to halt the harassment and push this matter to full litigation against all parties. So basically, I think what
Fritter's having a dream right now. Don't fall in, Minya Bird. Fritter's running right now in his dreams. I just paused the video thinking he might howl or something sometimes because he's a beagle. Sometimes when he's running, ooh, ooh, little howls come out. No, he's just running so far. I always wonder, what are they fucking dreaming of? Like, what is it? So cute. Anyways, distracted.
they're trying to say here is they're trying to get
apparently
some type of order
So
where
adorable.
we can't post anything about them on social media. And so they're like, oh, well, if we can somehow silence them, then we can get away with our crime, is what they're basically saying. And we can see this because in my last video, they put random, like...
He wasn't harassing him. He was trying to serve legal papers and the cops were stopping him. That's so weird. And again, isn't the store owner the one that took over the franchise and effectively stole all of these Legos? You live nearby, so this is crazy to hear about. Yeah, it's always weird when you hear about crime near you. Just the other week, there's still the skid marks, like, on my front lawn. Someone was arrested, like, on my fucking front lawn, and I still don't really know what it's about. But, like, it was, like, I was streaming, too, and we were playing video games, and, like, it was, like, 12:30 or something at night. I half thought I got swatted for a second. I was like, no fucking way. What is going on? So many cars outside. There was like 4 or 5 cop cars out there, and they just arrested someone in front of my house. Like, I have no idea. I have no idea. One day maybe the cop cam will come out, but it's crazy. I don't know anything about this YouTuber. Me either. There is some spicy opinions in chat, and I feel bad, but it's an interesting story nonetheless.
Copyright claims and privacy complaints.
I'm not from the U.S. Can you explain what a Mormon is? They're the people who believe in that book by what's his name, like John something, and they believe in like an afterlife where you get like a whole planet full of virgins or something. Is that theirs? You get a whole planet. I know you get that, and it's like everything good happens to you. Maybe it's not virgins. How do you describe Mormons? It's like, fuck, man. What is it, too? Like, he was in an attic and he heard the voice of God or something, and I have no idea. It's a Christian cult. The Mountain Jews. Years ago in northern Arizona, there was a polygamist cult. They were even marrying underage girls. The entire police department was involved. The feds completely dismantled the entire force. Yeah. Joseph Smith, that's his name. Yeah, I was trying to remember the South Park episode, not gonna lie. I was just like, couldn't.
It's over the entire video.
The Book of Mormon is a great satire.
Of scenes where it's literally just like me and you hanging out with each other and like, did you want your face blurred in the video?
No.
Well, I can speak for myself. I didn't want my face blurred in the video, so.
What? You can't consume caffeine? I could never do it. All I know is that they've come to my door before. I've gotten pamphlets. I've gotten a pamphlet before. I actually keep... I've not just gotten stuff from Mormons, I've gotten things from other religions too. I wonder if it's over here. I keep like an envelope of like raving mad things that I get in the mail. I don't think any of the Mormon stuff made it into this, but I have like, I almost feel bad. Like they've gotten like old people to write some of these by hand. Like there's some brainwashed individuals. Where is it? Do I keep? Yeah. Oh, here's some of them. This is definitely not all of them. This is so funny. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me that I keep this. I feel bad that someone, like, fucking wrote this shit out. This is handwritten. Which denomination was this? I've got some pamphlet that asks me if I've heard about the 4 spiritual laws. There's some Spanish on here as well. I don't really understand what this... Is it for Christians? Half of it is in Spanish. We do not worship the Book of Mormon. We can consume caffeine, just not coffee? Aw, but coffee's my favorite. Does widespread suffering mean that God does not care about us? This one, I remember I just kept this one because I felt bad. It's actually really cute. But what kills me is that they just have old people out there writing these things. And I wonder what's going on. Yeah, I just have these. And there's ones... There's like a pamphlet here, and I think this was a Jehovah's Witness handout, and there's also handwriting on this. There's like, they've gone through the pages, and they've left their own little cliff notes on the pages. And on the very back, there's some more writing. And then I kept some of these because I was like, holy crap, why? It seems to happen only in Florida. I've never got these things in Canada. But there's like somewhere, there's like, I guess there's no basements in Florida, but somewhere there's just like a room of old people being like made to hand write things, and then they hand them out en masse on the streets. Old people are the new sweatshop workers. It's bizarro. It's bizarro. Yeah, some of them are actually quite cute. Some of them I have no idea. One of them is just like handwriting in fucking Spanish. I don't even know what's going on. I just hold on to them. A member of the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, aka Mormon. So, like, from my understanding, because we did watch some cop cam, and there was, like, some really crazy people, but there's, like, extremists in your religion that are into polygamy. I never understood it as everyone in the religion. That was just, like, a very extreme sect that was, like, is it in Ohio? Utah? We said the state's name. And that's the one where they were, like, trafficking children and stuff. And then there was, like, a bunch of, like, underage girls, and they were all dressed the same. What was that? That was a cult. Whatever the fuck was going on there. And it was, like, one guy and a bunch of wives. Some of them were kids. They all had the same weird haircut. Fucking strange.
Bricks and Minifigs is basically doing a bunch of weird stuff to try and get my videos taken down. And they said in their last response, it wasn't to silence criticism, but That's kind of what it seems like it is. Issuing cease and desist demands regarding unauthorized website they created. So basically, we made a website called www.westealfromoldpeople.com. Basically, Bricks and Minifigs is suing us because we're copying them, I think. So they got really upset at the fact that we decided to also steal from old people. And Bricks and Minifigs was like, hey, that's our thing. Only we can steal from old people. Bricks and Minifigs wants to have a monopoly on stealing from old people. And now that we entered the business...
that's the one. Fundamentalist. That's the word I was missing. They're a sect that broke away, and they're called the Fundamentalist Latter-day Saints. And I think that's where the confusion stems from. People think that's what the whole religion is. But it doesn't make sense, because you'll have a Church of Latter-day Saints in your area, and you don't have people that look like they are like the fucking children of the corn walking around. Like, that specific breed of crazy is clearly only in one section. Because I've never seen that before until that cop cam where we saw them. And they looked like children of the corn. It was fucked up. It was weird. The best work cult is the Anthill Kids. Yeah, the fundamentalists. That sect broke away a long time ago. No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that in defense of you. Like, what sucks is that those people, I think, when people are not familiar with it, like, those people are the loudest because they're the craziest. Ashkenazi Jews dress weird too. They do. They do. And they have funny little hair swigglies. You need to see the documentary, The LeBron Family. It was whack. The Escape to Mexico. The LeBaron Family? What's that about?
They are going to try and send us a cease and desist letter to take our...
Oh, whoa. We got we got Jews in the audience. Get them. You're thinking Orthodox. Look at this. So many misconceptions out there. Damn right. I'm not a Jew. I don't know.
Website down. So that way they're the only ones in the game of stealing from old people.
If you have any old people that you want us to steal from, call this number.
I will personally answer all your phone calls. Thank you.
It says the TRO is a preliminary injunction and is valid court order that will get the platforms to remove the content. Basically what they're saying is everything these guys did in their YouTube video was fair use. It was constructive criticism on how we can be a better company. However, we don't like that they caught us in our illegal act. So we're going to go to court and find some crazy loophole that maybe we can take.
I'm starting to feel like he would make a good live action Shaggy. If he could calm down a little bit, if he could like get more mellow like the way Shaggy was, I feel like he might be able to play a good Shaggy. I'm feeling it. When the problems become systemic, I start to cast little blame at the religion as a whole. I think that is a very blanket statement. There's a lot of religions out there with a lot of different ideas. I don't know if I could agree with that. I get where you're coming from, though. Not to say I don't get where you're coming from. Why did he point at himself? Fuck if I know. Let me ask him. It's good for cunnilingus. Oh, the no, ha ha, hee hee. I vote this goes to Nyanus's shotgun fund. Shotgun. Oh my god, I was looking at guns this weekend. I wanted to buy so many guns. There's so many pretty just like revolvers out there. Like, I love when they have like a fancy handle or they've got like slight engraving, just like kissed with some detail. I don't know. Chef's kiss. The king of the Daleks. Mormons are also polytheistic. They think that the Trinity are separate entities, but united in purpose. They're a funny heretical offshoot. Heretical offshoot. Baby, I see. Thank you for the 10. But all I remember are the fundamentalists are the nutty ones. Forbidden cat belly, like zoinks, Scoob, we're getting swatted. Zoinks.
Take advantage of the YouTube's AI algorithm there's a lot of flaws in the algorithm, so maybe we can take advantage of that and find a loophole to take down their video so people don't get mad at us for what we did. That's basically what this paragraph says. So you want to read the next paragraph?
Platform takedowns.
He's got that voice though. He's got that. If he could emulate, like, when he goes zoinks, like, if he could get a shocked voice or like stutter his voice, I feel like he's got a very Shaggy voice even. He's just speaking really high pitched now, but I think he's got the vocal tone to do a good Shaggy. You know? We always had we had such a good live action growing up for Scooby-Doo, and like they are doing it again, and the casting doesn't look too bad actually, so but
Have reached out to Google/YouTube, Patreon, GoDaddy, and Facebook to report the specific pages, videos, privacy violations, and the coordinated review.
You're gonna take down my Patreon? What the heck? That sucks.
he has the body type, the hair, the face, he could do it. And I think even the voice, again, like it's just hard to tell right now because he's a bit high pitched, but anyways, yeah, lots of heated religious talk in the chat. And I mean, I've told you guys, I'm Catholic, and like, even I'm aware of all the problems, Catholicism has. I'm always calling out Rome. What the fuck is going on there? Why you got so much money? What you doing with all that money? Is that what Jesus told you to do? Little confused here, sending mixed messages.
Man.
Well, subscribe now while it's still up. I do want to say this. Part 2, so I'm working as hard as I can right now on part 3. Once part 3 is up in like maybe a week, part 2 will be live on YouTube, and then part 3 will be on Patreon. So part 2 will be on YouTube very soon, don't worry. But as of now, if you want early access, subscribe to Patreon while it's still up.
Policy review. We are actively reviewing internal policies to prevent similar transition issues from occurring.
You're Jewish, but you still criticize Israel. America is your home. Yeah, again, like it's like you can't just have blind love for something, because that's how you allow corruption to run rampant. And like, yeah, like I think it's normal to have to be able to criticize your own thing. If you don't criticize it, you're just being like, you're either being like obtuse, you're just straight up ignorant of something, or like you got your rose-colored glasses on. Like, I don't know, like there's flaws with everything. Anything run by humans, I hate to break it to you, it's gonna get flaws eventually, because humans have flaws, you know? It's just what it is. Like, it doesn't change the fact that good people can exist within it. Like, just because, like, I don't know, people like to look at the worst example of things and think that's what it is. Like, that's all it is like whatever that one evil part of it is. And it's like they'll forget like 90% of the good for like that 2% of evil. They're just like, oh man, just awful.
Future.
It's kind of sad.
Okay. I see. I know what they're talking about right there. So like internal policies. I think they're talking about the consignment deals.
That reminds me of another update. Again. So since the last video, I actually got a hold of the franchise agreement that the previous owner, Crystal, made with corporate. And it says in her contract, it says consignments are allowed.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, that's their number one argument. And it just says in the contract, like, oh, you can do consignments. So like, what the heck? Corporate. Sharing any of this internal legal strategy publicly with customers can severely compromise or damage our active legal case against Ben Schneider. Well, not only did someone share with a customer, they shared it with me themselves. So, boom. And now I'm sharing it with the world. So take that, corporate.
I'm a goyim.
What to expect, the outrage cycle.
Based on historical data and export crisis management research, there's a typical cycle to online outrage. Understanding this timeline helps us manage expectations and maintain stability. Initial wave.
I like how we're trying to be like mathematical with this. Like, we have calculated every controversy.
Okay.
Current phase.
Okay. Initial wave. Current phase. Peak intensity typically lasts 3 to 7 days after major videos drop. While the spike in harassment and calls is sharp, it quickly loses steam as online attention naturally shifts. We believe we are currently at or past the peak of the first wave.
I think they sent this out when it had only like 100,000 views on it, and now it's like 1.5 million views or something. Like, and every day it just keeps getting even more views. So, corporate, your math is wrong.
Court filing refresh. When we formally file our legal actions, expect a short, renewed spike. Another 3 to 7 days of heightened noise.
They're like, hey, our lawsuit is so garbage, there's gonna be outrage, is what they're saying.
Yeah, so just be prepared.
Ken rides with the 10 kick hidden behind the mask with the 10 kicks. What's with all the kicks? All of the kicks all of a sudden. Oh my god, kick animals coming out in full force with all of their fucking dollars. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for the hype. Let's check. You're not Tangerine Kebab. No. How is that mod still not visible? How is this happening?
for it. The opposing side will likely frame our legal defense as silencing the little guy.
Well, if it's not silencing the little guy, what is it?
This is a normal expected reaction, but it is temporary.
It's funny because these last two paragraphs are about like, dude, the wave is gonna end if we just be patient. But now Bricks and Minifigs Corporate has just decided to make this go on for like at least 2 more years because that's how long lawsuits take. So
I guess we have content for the next 2 years on this.
What they say? They said 3 to 7 days is the heightened noise. Now
See,
the noise
it doesn't. Even I don't work in my own chat. When I wrote test, I wrote it from my chat amalgamator back end. When I wrote on Kick test02, it didn't show up. Something about when you have a mod ship or an extra role attributed to your name, it's bugging out. And that's something to do with Kick's backend API right now. I have no control over that.
Going from 3 to 7 days to 2 years, and that's all.
The first one showed because I wrote it. I didn't actually write that in Kick. On my chat amalgamator, I have an area where I can enter chat or type into chat. And when I type there, it shows up. And when I type over here, it does not. Yeah. Maybe now? No. It still doesn't work. There's something to do. Let me restart my chat amalgamator, but I have a feeling it's on Kick's backend. Try again. Test. Haha, it works on me because I'm not a mod. Oh, wow. What a day to have no power. Show us your backend, bigot. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Corporate's fault. So you guys are just screwing yourselves at this point. Decay phase, 2 to 4 weeks. Most online outrage fades significantly within.
Yeah, it's like the extra tag on those is acting like a filter. What I think is happening too, because like we do know that Kick has been pushing active updates to like combat the whole bot system and everything and do better than Twitch. There's been like a whole little battle between them on social media about it. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. I think they're just actively pushing things. 1 second.
Month, assuming no major new fuel. Do they think this is my only video on them? Like, we have at least like 6. Residual mentions may linger in niche LEGO and other online communities for 1 to 2 months, but day-to-day operations will normalize much faster. Long-term recovery, 1 to 3 months. Reputation stabilizes. They think their reputation is going to stabilize.
Okay, hold on, I'm sweating over here.
It's hot and it's very nighttime in Kansas City. It's crazy how hot it is at nighttime in action items.
Oh, action items. How?
Man, they like suck at editing videos. They keep putting like big black pauses in it. Like, what is that? Like, how many times now has it cut to a black screen? It's driving me nuts.
You can help.
Holy crap, you're right. He
These
does
are
look
the
like a young
things that the
Shaggy.
franchisee owners are going to do to make this better. Please implement the following immediately. Approved response options. Strictly do not engage emotionally.
Oh, that's good advice. That's good.
Yeah,
advice.
wait. Is this going towards the CEO? I feel like he was really mad.
This is the CEO going.
I know, but like he was very emotional about this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he's writing this to himself.
The CEO is just telling the franchises, don't do what I did.
Train your staff immediately to use only these approved frameworks based on the situation. We understand our customers are smart, and balancing legal caution with our values helps prevent the appearance of corporal avoidance.
Well, it seems like corporate avoidance is happening right now. They responded within like an hour. We responded, and they have not responded again. So. Should we give them a way that corporate can respond to prove that they're not doing corporate avoidance? Yep. If you would like to respond, these are the questions everyone wants to know. Question 1. In this footage, corporate says we are taking over the consignment.
He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
However, you say here, we did not take over the consignment. So on one side, we have proof. On one side, which is your side, we have no proof. Why should we believe your side if there's no proof? If you believe a side with no proof, that sounds like something a crazy person would do, and your customers aren't crazy. So right now, your customers are siding with the side with proof. But if you want to take the lead corporate, you can give some proof of why you weren't involved in the consignment. And it also says in the franchise agreement, consignments are allowed, but you say they're not allowed. Can you explain that one? Also, why can't Brian just have his Legos back? You're still keeping them, even though you didn't pay for them. Like, what's stopping you from doing that? Yeah, well, that's just the main three that come to mind. But if you start with those three, that would be a great way to win back public support if you could answer those questions.
Okay, so for general frontline staff, quick casual inquiries. Okay. Casual, yeah, casual. Oh wow, wait, these are like quotes. These are quotes that they want them to say. Memorize this. Okay, wait, come at me. Like, ask me a question. Okay, ready?
Hello. I heard your company stole a bunch of money and is not giving it back.
Holding my emotions in. This is a separate independent location, and I don't have any information to share regarding that situation.
Well, you must be correct, and I will leave. Where are Brian's Legos? I'm gonna burn this entire place down.
Yeah, I'll call 911.
I can't stand that I can see his boxers through his shorts, and I don't know what the fuck he's wearing, but he's also young.
I am unaware of the specific details of that situation and have no comment at this time.
Well, Bricks and Minifigs does not support behavior that harms trust within our communities. Our local stores remain committed to operating with fairness, transparency, and respect for our customers.
Oh.
Does that answer your question?
Man, okay, well, if that's the case, I guess I'll just...
Well, actually, it doesn't answer the question because it says Bricks and Minifigs does not support behavior that harms trust within our communities. But they're doing that exact same behavior that harms the trust within their communities, which is stealing from old people.
Exactly.
I guess they think stealing from old people helps the trust, but maybe we have to break them the news that that's actually not a good thing. Okay, Bricks and...
Why do these big... I don't understand why these big black pauses. Leaving these big black pauses between cuts is driving me nuts. Like, did you guys just not, like... Did you not close those ripple, like the ripple delete function or something on Adobe Premiere? I'm tweaking out on those. I'm tweaking out. It's bringing something out in me that I don't like it. Those, I can't stand it. Is it just like, is that their editing technique? They're doing that on purpose? Like, what's the conclusion here? This is the prior store owner here. Minifigs is an unfortunate name. I'd be interested in seeing Legal Mindset go over the contract, seeing as he is corporate contract attorney. Yes, that would be a good one. My brain turns them out. You must be a boomer. Just big black pause. I can't stand it. It's because I fucking edited things for a living for the longest time before AI came along, you know? Like, animating isn't just animating. You do have to put it all together on the timeline afterwards. It's just like, it's just bad etiquette when it comes to cutting film. I don't know. It's not a normal film practice to leave blank frames between scenes. I've never seen anything do it before this video. This is an ongoing story, right? I believe so. Yeah, no, the Lego collection still has not been returned. Mini slurs. Company's a bunch of giant figs. They get arrested at one point. My God.
Yesterday saying they got fired because their friend asked a question on your YouTube channel. Your YouTube
Really?
host asked a question and they got fired.
That's crazy.
They're telling their employees, do not say anything. Like they think you read the whole thing. They think if they just shut up and stand back and be quiet, it'll blow over. Like, they don't know Lego fans, and they...
I'm afraid of big black paws. I am not. There's only one thing to do. I can't fix my chat. Where is it? Oh my god, this is how many moderators I have here? Seriously? That's so many. Ta-da. Take a screenshot of that. I'll save as moderators kick. Do, 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 do. I'm just removing all of my moderators. And then I have to add them all back afterwards. Should be fun. I don't know what to do. It's broken. It's broken. And now there's like people typing in my chat, and it's one thing I can hardly see everyone's chat to begin with, and now I can't see anyone's chat. Boom. All right, no more running with no moderators, baby. No rules. 0 rules. Yeah, everyone's power's gone for now. Don't demote me. You've been demoted. We're free. No, I have a list of all of your names. I took a screenshot. No one's free. Zaf, Spider Bro, Chrono Trigger, Chrono Toss, Tangerine Kebab, Winter Soldier, Tonwin, Ahiko Senpai, Glitch Bob, Dutch Matrix, Mr. J, Versus, Yam, Anxiety, Jericho, Lucky Bach, Bigot Berry, Fiesta Cat, Major 1010, the Sonichu Medallion Curse, and Zabigian will all be back one day to be my mods. Until that day. Womp womp. File, save as. Kick. Oh, I already saved it. I just didn't want to make sure I didn't not save it before I close this snip. Alright. Slur Tower, go! That's bizarre. Or just on Kick. I mean, the auto mod on Kick is hilariously actually like super against any sort of slurs, so good luck.
Don't know Star Wars fans.
Yeah. This is crazy.
They hired a crisis team.
Social media monitoring. Extra vigilance is required right now when monitoring your social media. We recommend turning off the ability to comment on your store's social media posts for the time being.
Wait, they said they're not trying to silence criticism, though. Isn't that literally silencing? It's like, oh, if we're getting criticism, let's silence it.
Yeah, exactly.
How is that not silencing criticism? Just keep going. Sorry, I cut you off.
Review monitoring. Monitor your Google, Facebook, and Yelp reviews and immediately flag/report any spam or retaliatory reviews.
But they're not silencing criticism.
You know what else is not? You know what else is still not working? It's probably because of your sub status. It's also some sort of flag on your name that you have a sub badge. Because no one with a sub badge has been able to speak still. So that means I just deleted all my mods for no reason. Because it's both mods and anyone with a sub badge. That's so obnoxious. That's very obnoxious. How fucking lame. What an anti-incentive. Hey, you know what? You should never subscribe to people on Kick because you'll never be pushed to their damn chat. Lord. None of your messages go through, yeah. That's what happens when you don't pay the tax. This is what happens. Yep, you guys haven't been paying up. And now all of your powers are gone. That's so anti... But that doesn't even make any sense because, like, you guys are all the subscribers. You paid the crumb tax. What, the 10? What, the level 10? I can see that you're level 10. Oh, that's definitely what broke the fucking chat, isn't it? They added this new thing where you gain levels up. They just added this. I didn't see this yesterday. And now, lo and behold, they add that and this is broken. This will be fixed in a day or two. I guarantee it. It might even be fixed by end of day. This is definitely a bug because of that system, though. That's definitely what's doing it. I've seen enough bugs through Husbanus' systems to understand that by introducing a feature to chat, you broke something else in chat. 100%. Some sort of thing got busted somewhere. I don't know exactly what it would be, but I know that these things are these two things are connected. Because it even shows up as like a level. Like I can see hidden behind a mask as a level 7. Tangerine kebab is a 10. This is what's busting it. Feisty Cat, it says you're a level 7. I don't know what it's talking about. We're seeing different numbers. 10 tangerines. But anyways, that's what's going on. Both kick and crack. Kick and crack are both whack. Hidden behind a mask, you're 4. It says 7 to me. Where's my number? I don't know. You are a... I don't know. It says founder when I look at you. What does that mean? You've been here since the beginning. Logic unfolded. Same Fiesta, but also 7. Weird. I bet if you refresh the page, it'll say level 10. But yeah, I don't know what to do. And I'm kind of done with this video now. They're just kind of yapping. They're just kind of reading this article and yapping. I do still think it's crazy that the cops scared him out of his house. What the fuck? I'd be interested to see where this story goes. I don't know. What's the orange level for? What's the oranges for? What do you think the oranges are for? What's going on? I'm gonna make ribs tonight on the fucking BBQ, baby. Publix had BOGO ribs the other week because of God Bless America, May 24th, and like I stocked up my freezer. I mean, not super stocked up, but I did get 6 because I knew I was gonna just get 4, and I knew that Husbanus would be disappointed if I didn't get another set of 2. I was like, I'm gonna do what Husbanus would do, and I'll get all the meat. But it worked out. No more whack-a-mole for you. I can't wait. I love smoking things on on the grill there. I do need to put it on the grill soon though, but we don't usually eat dinner till about 7 or 8 o'clock because, you know. Did anyone see Michael Jackson's music has gone back to being the most listened to artist worldwide again? Damn, that's crazy. Good for him. What kind of barbecue sauce? I usually just make it. I just make a sauce. I do a dry rub and then you can like make a sauce. It's got like ketchup and stuff in it. Title of the stream is where I got these man hands. My theory is she's a Canadian golem just strangling moose up in the mountains. Oh yeah, I guess I never even told you the story of, you want to know how I got these man hands? I don't know, I was just born with them. Seriously, like that's the story. I don't know. WWH do? What would hands do? What does that stand for? Still waiting on my butcher shop to call me for my top round primal cut. Yummy. I keep yawning. I'm yawning. I'm also in agony. I didn't want to complain, but it's rough. It's rough being a woman sometimes. That's all I'll say. I always do listen to Michael Jackson when I have music playing. I mean, he's got good music. But humans love to smoke our meats. What else? Sorry, I'm just clicking through my back end here to see if I've got anything else to talk about. Chair Sama, I didn't hear you at all today. Where have you been, girl? I see her like writing responses. It's weird that she never worked. Because when Hidden Behind a Mask gave me 10 kicks, she said, your 10 kicks have been duly noted as part of your crumb tax. Consider your loyalty to the Wooden Revolution officially secured. Maybe she's down right now. Hey, Chair Sama, how's it going? The blood moon. The blood moon! For real, it sucks. Man,
it does suck.
Oh.
Nye. Anus.
Hello. Okay, dude, the ads on websites are out of fucking control. Like, what is this? Does this... Look at this shit. My head's blocking it. 4 warning signs of damaged liver. 2 is scary. And then there's a person, like, pushing fucking crap out of their nose. What does it even mean? It just doesn't make any sense. Manhand Seinfeld flashback incoming. I think our sovereign might be depressed. She stopped talking pretty quickly. I see her typing out more. Here. Hey, Chair Sama, tell me a joke. Yeah, she's not working. Husbanus has been working on lots of different things, though. She said, what's the difference between a good steak and a bad chair? It's so sad that Steve Jobs died of ligma. It is. It's really sad. Yeah, she's not working today. Something's up. That's okay. Oh!
Nervously. What's the difference between a good steak and a bad chair? One is well done. The other is... well... I'm not sure anymore.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, something ain't right with her today. Yeah, she's out of her fucking mind. She's out of her mind. Husbanus has been working on other things. It's a pain in the ass that, like, everything is on the same server. So, like, having multiple different things running at once starts to get messy. It makes sense. It's difficult. Don't be sad. Your chair will be back again one day. This is a temporary thing again. Poor Husbanus is always so busy, too. But don't worry. She whiffed it. Guys. Biggers. I don't know how to tell you this. I think it's time to wind this puppy down. I think it's time for me to go get some dinner ready. And I need to just, like, I need to get dinner ready a little bit. And I need to lay down. Because I'm weak. And my weak woman body is deciding to break down. There's nothing much I can do. The first days are the worst days. And then everything gets better. Everything gets better. What are you going to do? She OD'd on crumbs. It's what happened. She got a lobotomy. Strong man hands. I've got very strong man hands. They do. They are not very feminine. This is a fact I've been aware of. You know? It's unfortunate, but what can you do? They came in handy. You know? Get some work done around the house. I want to finish making my trailer. It kept raining. It always rains at night in Florida during this time of the year. It's so obnoxious. And then, like, if the humidity's too high, you also can't really spray paint. And, like, I'm at the point where I need to just paint the trailer now. I power washed it. I need to give it a quick sand and then wash it again one more time. And then I can paint it and then I can wire it up and put it all back together again. All of the holes are drilled now. And it's just like, fucking Florida keeps cock blocking me. Have I tried the pickle juice? No. The Nyanus variant edits? What? Those Nyanus variant edits be funny? What are you talking about? Winding down the night. Actually, stream is ending on time. Hey, whoa. There is no real time frames here. Sometimes I end at 3, sometimes I end at 2, sometimes at 1. Sometimes I start at 9:30, sometimes I start at 10. I'm not very consistent, but I don't know. Life has a habit of making things hard. Time is relative. Loins get sticky in this weather. They do. They do. I've been sweaty. In the Discord. What's in the Discord? What's Husband is saying too? Is the chair working? Might need a refresh. I tried refreshing her and she's still broken. Sad. She broken. She's busty. You keep getting rained on? Like, it's alright to be gardening. Gardening in rain, that's always a good thing, but that's about it. That's free water, baby. That's free water, baby. What was I looking for? I was looking for King Time. Duh. Idiot.
Emma Steph subscribed for 3 months
Whoa.
with Prime.
Oh, she sounds really excited about that with
Emma Steph,
Prime.
your loyalty is noted and duly taxed. Consider this 3-month streak a royal decree of excellence. So keep those crumbs coming.
Keep the crumbs coming.
So keep those crumbs coming. Okay.
Wow. The spin gets me every time. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. I appreciate
Twitch
it.
Zubishian sent 1 kicks and says, sent hell yeah.
Let's fucking go. She's
1
working.
kicks and says sent hell yeah. Hail King Zubishian. Your tribute of kicks shall be duly noted in the royal ledger. Do ensure you keep that enthusiasm polished, lest I decide to mulch your support.
Oh, wow.
Into sawdust.
Help. She's a demon.
Hey.
Scary. That was scary. And I just looked it up. Apparently, yeah, pickle juice helps with cramps, including when you get period spasms. Those are just cramps. That's pretty nuts. Maybe I'll try drinking some pickle juice. Okay, the TTS still needs work. There's a demon inside of it, Major. Help. Help. Hey, look it. And that message came through for Major. Even though he's got a subscriber badge. What the fuck is going on? How? But then I don't see Tangerine Kebab or Mr. J's test. What is going on? Cake be kickin'. That's weird. Let me try again with me. Sauerkraut? I'll eat sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut. I love cabbage. Major is special. You're right. Logic Unfolded. I am seen because I have no value. But you have a subscriber badge too. I was convinced it was the mod ship. And then I was convinced it was the subscriber badge. But that isn't even... So strange. So strange. So weird. Haunted. A ghost in the machine. A ghost in the shell. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm just confused. Anyways. Live queries to the internet? Say what now? Still didn't pop up on the overlay. No, yeah. I don't know what that is. The U.S. is reportedly planning to train the Lebanese armed forces to take on a larger role confronting the Hezbollah terrorists. Holy shit, that's crazy. Sauerkraut on a hot dog is heaven. Oh my god. I like it with mustard too. I like it like extra acidic. Spicy mustard. Sauerkraut on like a fucking, but not even just a hot dog, a sausage. A sausage on a bun. Oh. Make me hungry. You're making me hungry. I'm gonna go eat. Maybe I'll be back for an art stream or something if I feel better. Maybe I will eat. Do I have sausage in the house? I don't know. Not yet, but that's coming. I have another agent running that can research things online and store distilled information for reference later. I have IBS or something. I mean, not today. Today I have womanly problems. It's the first day and those are my worst days. I don't know. At one point when I woke up this morning, I didn't even want to stream because I felt like shit. But then I just slept in a bit longer. Like, I didn't get out of bed till like 10 o'clock. So, you know, little bitch mode. All right, boys, update the tracker. Shut up. Hush now, little ones. This is like, it's just hard because like even when I was working, I would work with like women and stuff and I would just fucking tell them because like you just want to explain why you might be miserable or like why you might not be either A, you're walking a lot because you need to get rid of a cramp, or B, you might not be moving at all because you're in agony. Like I would just let my coworkers know. And so like, you know, it's awkward though. I don't usually like to overshare, but like it's hard to describe why I feel like crap. Update the tracker website. What kills me too is like anytime I have days like this, I just think of the people that like fetishize having a period and like, you fucking psychopaths. This is the worst part about it. Of being a woman, this is the worst part. And some people are like fetishizing it and they're all excited. They pretend they have it. It drives me nuts. Why the fuck would you want this? That'd be like, that's like asking like if a man was like jealous women could have periods and you're like, oh, I just wish like my balls became incredibly painful and shed once a month. Like, no, you don't. Why would you wish that? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, that's what it sounds like. Like, that's the equivalent female to male thing. Like, when I hear people fetishizing a period, I'm just like, that would be like a man being like that. Like, oh, please, I wish like my balls just hurt once a month. That'd just be it. No, it's not. It's the worst. Who the fuck would want that? It's dumb. Don't. It's that time of month. Time to shove some frozen ketchup up my asshole. I've seen that. Like, they put like frozen tomato soup up their butt. But anyways, I grew up with two sisters. It's normal. And again, too, I feel like I always tell my husband too, because I hear all these horror stories of like people with wives and it's just like hell on earth during their periods. I try to just be upfront about it. Like with my husband this morning, I was like, I'm on my period. So he just knows. In case like he catches me in a bad mood or something, to just understand. And I just try not to interact. If I get in a bad mood, I just shut up. So anyways, you couldn't tell? Why, thank you. Why, thank you. I try to keep that shit on the down low, but I try not to get too bitchy today. Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? Like a wit now. Some people are into weird stuff. It really is strange. Kershaw opened your eyes to these man-made horrors. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful out there. Stay off the internet if you can. There's some dark, evil corners of it. I thought you seemed normal. Why, thank you. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Mental illness, LOL. Yeah, that's all it is. But anyways, I'm gonna go for real. Let's king time, baby. Ending. Oh, look at him. He's already sitting there waiting.
Winding down the night with a closing prayer on a vibration plate, holding three sources of our Almighty Father, fire energy of the sun, one behind, two in front. Golden ratio, you might call it. Thank you, dear God, for right now. Thank you for this night, Mother Moon, your majesty. Thank you for the night and the rest. The sun, fire energy of the sun, the light, the might to light the fuck up. Thank you for the night that is right now. Thank you to all the elements that conspire for this amazing adventure that we call life. The 12 ancestral tenets to discern what matters, nothing that doesn't. Profitable with our time. Bridge the gap, Delta to perfect. King time. King time. We honor you, God. With expression of action, good and true. Framework, good and true. Please bless us with that bounty. To be warmth with family, good and true. Good and true. Maybe a truce for one night. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Cosmos. Thank you, Elements. Thank you, King. Thank you, me. King time. King time.
Ouch.
Ancestral tenet is evolve. Never change. Never change. That's my anthem this week. Never change. Click the link. Never change. Bio. Never change. You can do that. With the 10th ancestral tenet, do what I did. Charlatan. Every metaphor. Everyone who said whatever they said, all of that can be true. And then the 10th ancestral tenet, evolve. The individual with the accusations can evolve to meet new expectations, and those respective parties, not good and true, and or otherwise, can evolve. The paradigm of thinking, benefit of the doubt, good and true, they evolved, we evolved. Good and true. The same energy we take to destroy a thing, master destroyers we can be. It's the same energy required to build and create master builders we were actually born to be. Good and true. Evolve. King time.
Man, what a beautiful prayer. What a beautiful prayer, and kind of not a beautiful man. To help you feel comfortable through the flow, Pink Cat, why, thank you. I'm gonna make a point to probably get some sort of ice cream at some point. Like a Culver's ice cream. Like, that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like I want a hot fudge over some fucking cold cream. My favorite to get is hot fudge and banana. Pretty basic, but sometimes the basic stuff's the best. And if it's not that, it would be like strawberry and caramel, like the two flip-flops. Husbanus usually gets that though, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Bye. We're gonna host the Archcast over on Kick. We are gonna go raid Carry on Twitch and YouTube. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you again for the 20. Bye.